What's up, good people? I didn't really broadcast this out to my normal folks, so I actually want to see how many people actually showed up. So, since it is the Master Teacher Hour, you guys can chime in and uh, ask questions, or especially for you, the detractors, if you're out there. Probably should actually, probably should, I probably should have spread it out and actually shared it on my bigger channels. Victor Creed, what's going on? Instant Media, Eddie, Forever Blessed, Brother Truth Be Told, Daniel, what's going on? Victor Creed, Black Toxic Masculinist, Jay Cleveland, I am Latwine, Colby, what's going on? Hurricane Greg, hit the like button. What's up, Doc? Still eating leftovers? Due regards, Dust Templars. Dusty Templars, say it right. All right. Uh, all gone? Really? Normally it's like a week's worth. So did your son get back on the road, go back to school? Miss Delta, what's going on? So normally this is a place where the detractors, if they're in the house, come to visit. So if you are a detractor and you got something to say, you know, chime in, and maybe I'll even invite you up because I was listening to one of my other main detractors, the guy that stutters. Russell's on fire. Steelers for the championship. We were talking about him. Let me ask you this, man. Did he throw a pass over the middle? Big Mo, what's happening? Laveris, what's going on, man? So, all right, let me see what I can find, man, since I don't think we're going to get any detractors. I might just drop the link and have you guys come up. Now, Eagles got it. I don't have any detractors. What's up, Chaos? This is for your wrong daddy talk. Let me go ahead and drop the link, man. All right, Doc. You know it's the first of the month, man. You got to get busy because I think next week, Doc, I'm actually going to do a review of you and Dr. Neal's sit down, especially after this campaign season, which hasn't really left because Butthurt Blues are still out there, man. Like it's calling people fascists, just like the campaign is still on. Though it's not even office, all of a sudden he's wrecked the economy. He's sending us to war. He's deporting people. He's splitting up families, and he hasn't even gotten office yet. What is it? What is it about being connected to your animal that scares women? Depends on how connected you are. Um, uh, what scares them, if you're really connected into your animal, then you see through them. And then because women are really scared. They have a lot of anxiety, and they're really afraid that you're gonna see through their deception because that's what they've been taught. So once you start seeing through their deception and you start speaking uh, exactly what they're thinking, they get scared. They don't want to talk to you after that. Most of them don't because they can't fool. They can't lie to you. But just what's going on with the mental health of Gen Z, where they baby too much or they don't see a future. That's what's going on. I mean, basically, okay, this is something I was thinking about. Something I said probably 10 years ago. Okay. Um, what you have is the three different things that make up a human society. They're supposed to be in sync, right? Okay. Your environment, your body, and your culture, all supposed to be in sync, all supposed to move together. In other words, something very consistent. Okay. Your body may make a change every, a major change, what, maybe every 10,000 years or so. We'll even give it 1,000 years, okay? Let's give it 1,000 years, even though it's probably more like 10,000, okay? So if your environment, your natural environment will make the same kind of change. It's very slow. It's very gentle, okay? You might get an anomaly here or there, but it's very slow. And then your culture, which is a mixture, the resultant, if you're in chemistry, right? When two things come together, you get a resultant in the middle. Your culture is the resultant. So if your body is stable, your environment is stable, your culture is going to be stable. Okay, what's going on is that um, your body is still pretty stagnant. Okay, it's stubborn, and so biology is stubborn. It can't change that fast. It's because without some kind of intervention, it can't change that fast. But what is happening is the culture that you have developed is changing your environment so fast that the environment is changing faster than the culture, which is even faster than the human being. Okay, than the human being's nature. So we're constantly trying to adapt to the environment that the social and physical environment that we live in, and we can't keep up. So what's happening is all the little you don't have time to make up all the little adaptations like marriage and family structure and all the kind of crap. You have time to actually formate that before the next change comes. So before it was like every 10,000 years. Then when the Industrial Revolution came, it was like every 100 years. Okay, now with computers and social media, it's every five. Okay. In other words, you used to date a certain way, you used to meet a certain way. And when the iPhone came in with dating apps, all of a sudden that changed within 5 years. Now it's all screwed up. There are no rules written that Gen Z can actually follow. Marriage, dating, having sex, having babies, family formations is all, when you mix in feminism, is all thrown up into the air. Nobody can make heads or tails of it. If you hear 40 and 50-year-old people that can't make a sense of it, what do you expect a 19, 18, 19, 20-year-old to actually do? So they said, fuck it, I can't understand this shit. It doesn't make sense, and everything I do is wrong. I'm just going to sit here on the sidelines and not do anything, especially the boys. Hey, BGS, I got a question. What do you do to get direct results you want when researching? I insert keywords. Yeah, do you insert keywords? In other words, whatever makes sense. Okay? Whatever makes sense. You put in a keyword. Say, like, if I wanted, uh, what's a good one? Um, say, especially on Google, okay? Say if I want to know the GDP of Africa, right? I put a GDP of Africa, okay? And then what I do is I immediately hit images, okay? Because images are faster. My brain can pick up a picture faster than actually read a paragraph. So instead of reading the article, I look at the because look at the images, because the images are a shortcut diagram of what the article is supposed to be representing. So I look at that, I look at the diagrams, I look at the pictures, or I look at the graphs, and I said, okay, that looks interesting. So then I go to the article. I said, okay, what does this graph represent? So it's a faster way to actually research and go through stuff, um, especially online. I try to get as specific as I can as far as my keywords, and then I immediately go to the images first. I go to the images first, and then I see if they have any graphs or any kind of data or any kind of charts. And then if I see something that piques my interest, I go to that first, and then that will bring up other questions that I have. Say if it's not complete, I'm missing this or that. Then I will go back in and refine my search, and that's the way I do it. Your mind works better with pictures, okay? So that's the key to my research. I go to, you know, it says give me something, okay? Give me something real quick. That a question you want to ask, and I'll show you how I do it. Just give me a random, something that you're interested in, and I can show you how I would actually search it. Say, wow, that lines up with Master Yao says nature forcing human. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've shown it. If I had it in front of me, I would show you because I don't want to dig the Quigley's chart out. I did it. I did it 2014 for my MGTOW channel about MGTOW and culture. But that's and I actually showed the different timelines. Okay, when they used to be in sync, and now how they're completely out of sync. Like why you have leftover women that whose biology says I should have a baby and a family before I get 30, trying to marry at 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 is because in an agricultural or manufacturing base where men have to physically do work, okay, the best time to pick a husband for longevity would be when he's 19, 20, 21, okay? That's the best time, which lines up almost precisely with her peak fertility, okay? Now, with um, this modern day environment where a man's earnings don't peak out until he doesn't hit his peak until he's 35, okay? Now, her biology says I didn't have a baby at 21, but 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 my husband's peak value is not till he's 35. That's the peak time for me to get married to him. Those two things don't match, so they have a disconnect. And now what you have is now if you have an economic crisis like we have, you have women that are 18, 19, 20 looking for 35 and up guys. Okay, where does that leave the women that are 30 and over? They don't have any men. Now they have to go against their biology to look for men that don't make any money, that are 18, 19, and 20. It's a complete mismatch, so it throws everything out of kilter. I guess we can stick to the GDP. Okay. Okay, I'll do it real quick. Uh, present, share screen, new tab. Try that one. I think that's the one. Okay. All right. Say, I think that's it. No, it's not. I guess that's not it. Which one is it? That's not it. Share screen. Let's see. If that's the one. Nope. Let's see. Where is it? It says new tab. All right. Let's see. Share. Let's see. Let's see if we'll do it. Yeah. All right. Let me close these. It is. No, there it is. Okay. All right. Let's see. GDP of Africa. Okay. GDP African countries, right? Pops up, right? Now you can go through. We can actually go through all these and read them one at a time. But a shortcut that I found that's helpful is I do this. Okay. I do this. I could pick this one and this one. This one looks interesting, right? So I pick that one. Okay. And then I go to the article. African countries GDP per capita mapped. And then I start reading. Now it's got list of countries. It got a nice graph, list of countries. It gives you a data set. Does it go into depth? Not necessarily, but it gives you a start. Okay. Don't like that one, then I might go to this one. Okay. Which economies have the highest GDP per capita? And you start reading that, yada yada yada, and then after about 5 minutes, you had a pretty good idea of what you're looking for. If you spend like 30 minutes, uh, half of look at this one, half of Africa's GDP, five countries responsible for half of Africa's GDP. Very interesting, right? And that's what you do. So about 10 minutes, you've learned probably something that you didn't know, and it took you like maybe less than 5 minutes. That is the quickest way to search. Then you have not only chart information, but you have visuals. And then once you do that, after about 5 minutes, then you can go back to the other thing and then scroll down and then find the articles that you're looking for. So about in 30 minutes, you have a pretty good, solid grounding of what you want to research. And then after that, you can look for books and all that kind of crap if you want to really get into depth and detail. Is there a gender war? Is it more of a gender genocide due to men killing and essaying women much more than the other way around? Basically, if you look at the percentage of women being killed, okay, who gets killed more? Is it men that die more of homicide or women? D. Dominic. Which one is it? Because a lot of times it's women finessing, women talking shit. Latin men kill their women way more than American men do. Western women are probably the safest, most pampered and protected group of women on the planet. Let their ass go down and just cross the border to Mexico, okay, and see how many bodies are buried in the desert that are female. You would never stand for that shit in America. So when they say that they've been essayed and killed, it's bullshit. Okay? If you were sexually assaulted and you got proof, you can walk into any police station and have that dude arrested on the spot. It's bullshit. Gender genocide. Men kill more of each other than they do of women. Yeah, there are. So I always ask women that say this shit. So how many bodies do you have on your womb? That's what I would ask them. How many bodies do you have on your womb? Is that not genocide by killing the baby inside your womb? Proxy violence is still a very well. The thing is, regardless, we have no clue about how much of proxy violence actually plays a part in violence, right? But it doesn't matter just by sheer numbers. Okay, if you look at the number of men die by violence versus the number of women die by violence, it's by maybe women die at maybe I think it's less than 20%. It's probably more like 10%. Only a tenth of the same of women die by violence, especially through men versus men on man on man. So what they say about women, proxy violence, all that kind of shit is bullshit. Okay, it's bullshit. The most violent couplings are actually female to female, and men that they claim they're afraid of are the men they have children sex with. That's what I'm saying. If women, you can tell when women are really afraid of men. Okay, in India, them women do not go out in public talking shit to their men because they get the shit slapped out of them. Down in Latin America, you know why them women are meek? Is because they have the right to have the shit slapped out of them. Same thing in Africa. Them African women do not talk that kind of shit because uh, uh, Ashley Jeffrey will backhand them in a heartbeat. They don't talk that shit in Africa. That's how come when a Nigerian woman gets to the West, all of a sudden she calling them fucking cops because she can because she can actually talk shit. Then she can't talk shit in her country. Women don't act that way if they can get backhanded. Asian women don't talk that way to their men because they'll get backhanded. Women that are afraid of men do not talk shit. Ain't no dude gonna walk into a boxing gym and have a bunch of heavyweights around and start talking shit to a bunch of heavyweights. Why? It's called fear because you're afraid of the motherfuckers. So if they're out here, especially black women talk, get in their men's faces and talk more shit than anybody else because they're not afraid of their men. They're not afraid of us. They say that they're not afraid of us. Women that are afraid are not gonna go to a fucking bar or a fucking a party and get drunk. She's not gonna get wasted because if she's really afraid of getting sexually assaulted and raped, as they say, okay, you ain't gonna drink because if you get drunk, that's what's gonna happen to you. That's bullshit. I seen women that are afraid. Okay, I seen women that are afraid of their men. They don't jump in that man's face. Every time, when the door opens, you see her shaking. It's bullshit. Anyhow, I said we got 122. I guess there might be some people in the house. Let me go ahead and drop the link and see if there's anybody lurking. But it shouldn't be because that's victim blaming. Okay, it shouldn't be. Okay, yeah, black people shouldn't have to go through racism. There shouldn't be wars. There shouldn't be a million people dead in Ukraine. Okay, it shouldn't happen. Should don't count for a shit. I shouldn't have to struggle. I shouldn't have to work 60 hours to keep a roof over my head. Okay, if I get divorced, I shouldn't have to pay alimony. I shouldn't have to pay on dates. I shouldn't have to do a whole bunch of shit. Okay, shit don't matter. If you want to do victim blaming, so what? Sometimes you should blame the victim so they don't do that dumb shit again. It's like I shouldn't have to worry about walking through gang territory in fucking at midnight. So I go out there, I get my ass whipped and damn near killed. Okay, I got victimized. Okay, they're gonna tell me, BGS, you should have your black ass out there in that neighborhood at that time of night. You know better. Is that victim blaming? You can come up, but I wonder where my
But you're
detractors
wrong,
are.
Daddy. Feel better? Yeah, boy.
Man, yeah, I get tired of that blame the victim. They don't talk about blame the victim when they do it to you.
No, they don't.
When they stab you, shoot you, this cat I think he was in Houston. Okay, he wouldn't unlock his phone. Uh, they got into a fight. His old lady stabbed him stabbed him in the heart and in the shoulder. He had to be sitting down for her to do that.
Mm. Yeah, he took him crazy. I told you about the grandmother that stabbed her daughter and the grandson.
Hmm. But they're gonna blame. Well, but it's not her fault. Blame the victim.
Oh yeah, they said she was drunk. I was like, no, because she ran after when the police were called. Like, no, she knew what she was doing. Nope.
Male expats shouldn't get drugged and killed, but they never say that. No, what do they say? That's what you get. That's what you get for taking your dusty behind down there, messing with them women. See if I can find this. And because Anton, they had Anton going in about going in on women about picking having babies by ain't shit dudes.
Irony is, I'm started getting on these dudes for having babies by ain't shit women.
Yeah, I know. You know, if you cover that bad boy, you know, reckless. Well, I don't have no. I don't have any. I don't have any sympathy for him.
Mm-hmm.
I had
I'm
no
looking
sympathy for him.
because I'm just looking at. Maybe it's the old nigga coming out. I'm looking at some of these chicks, the way they operate. I'm like, who got this? Who got this heifer pregnant? There's no way.
Because that's his breaking case of emergency pussy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let me go ahead and play this real quick because I was looking for detractors. Ain't nobody showed up. They haven't
Come
made a
up,
video.
I'll beat up.
They, yeah, they ain't basically you know, Big J Triple X was feeling sorry for the Black Brain Trust because I went in on them.
What do you make a video?
Yeah, when you know the last one I made talk about that weak ass propaganda.
Yeah, it was just. Well, well, I can say I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm saying this as a YouTuber now. Half of that shit was just some clips from my content. But yeah,
I blame weak ass propaganda. That's
it is because the ones that were doing about Jasmine Crockett,
yeah.
all I did was just post it on community tab. Low information simping for Jasmine Crockett. That's all I had to do. That's what it basically was. I'm like, wait, y'all simping for you're proving my point. She's only there to be a pretty face for a dude to simp for, and you keep proving my point.
If for women to rally behind because she got that big mouth. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true.
she's a sister
She
girl.
does have that mouth.
Yeah, yeah. And we go ahead and play this real quick. This is kind of funny. We speed up just a tad.
And who is this?
Anton Daniels. He does
Oh
these.
yeah.
He making his money, man. He doing this the lives and stuff like that, and the women come out so they can protest. You know, talk shit.
Take that home with you.
Do some deep reflection.
Hey, Anton.
Now we used to do this as with pro blacks back in the day. You get them together and it'd be like 90% women so they can bitch and moan.
Deep reflection. I believe the girls who are taking the responsibility, right?
I always hold
Accountability,
myself accountable.
or the woman who say, "Nigga, I'm gonna do this with or without you," because you know you got those women be like,
Right.
"I ain't doing nothing unless you do this. I'm gonna put you on child support. I'm gonna sit there." Some women ain't even waiting for that shit because they know they got to do it regardless.
Exactly.
So those are the people that's taking responsibility of the shit that they supposed to be taking responsibility of. Like, this is my son. I'm, you know what I mean?
Too many women clapping. Anton's about to say he's wrong.
No, because most of the guys that I know that got full custody of their children, they don't. No.
All two of them niggas. It's probably one or two
All
of them.
two of them
Most of the guys that I know that have full custody of their children,
See them hollering?
they do not put the woman on child support.
That's true.
They don't do that.
That's true.
And he
They just-
shouldn't.
No, you know why they don't do that? Because they still leave the door open for her to participate in a child's life. That's why they do it.
Women don't do that. Right.
They do that
How
for
many
men
men
too.
do
No. Listen,
How many
forget,
men do you know that are single fathers?
forget this, because I know y'all gonna keep blaming men. Men love harder than women. They honest. No. It's the reason why if they catch a woman cheating, then it breaks them. They love way harder than women. Most of these guys that y'all walk away from, if it was an option for y'all to come back, they would leave the door open for y'all to come back. That's the honest to God truth. A lot of y'all choose to walk away because you want something different than what you already got. That's the facts.
That's true.
Listen. He deal with y'all when y'all have y'all made up postpartum.
Made up postpartum?
When you have your, when you have your,
Postpartum.
shit.
Talk that shit,
Made up postpartum.
Talk that
I just had a
shit.
baby.
Ah, damn.
Now you're dealing with me.
Fucking wow.
Now you know what?
Made
It's
up
wild.
postpartum.
That's
He like to stir them up, man, so they can get it out.
Y'all
wild.
never take that shit to work.
I had your kid, and now you feel like you're doing me a favor dealing with me. What the
I'll
fuck
never
type
take
shit
my
is
phone.
that?
I extended your lineage, and you did me a favor.
I put my
We did
life
this
on the line to
together.
have
I
your
didn't make
child.
this decision on my own.
You didn't do it for him. Stop. Just shut up, bitch. You didn't do it for him. You did it for you. Because that's the way you felt. Because he didn't ask you to do it.
I'll never
Before
take
I said
postpartum to
that
work.
He said some straight
That was
bullshit.
wild. That was wild, bro. That's wild. That's wild.
I know women that have postpartum every time they have a period.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bumper clot.
You ain't lying though, folks, man.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, the only people who can keep women entertained is ain't shit dudes.
PMDD.
No, that's called the devil trying to get up out of you.
Oh my God. Oh, look at that face. Oh shit. No, he didn't say that.
Listen.
He'll have no
So we're gonna make everything biblical versus off science
Listen,
what we know.
y'all guys, every single day, put their lives on the line every day to make sure that y'all taken care of and provided for.
Tyrone not even paying the motherfucker.
They endure through all of the bullshit that y'all put them through. And the only thing that y'all can say is that I have to do what's best for me and my kid when you're walking out the door.
Factual.
That is a selfish
Because if you breaking me
statement.
down, what am I saying? How are you helping me? How are you helping this child?
How come I never hear
How is
from
that selfish to
how
leave?
come I never hear from any guy that says I walked away because she was breaking me down? They endured through that shit. They endured through that
I know
shit.
men that leave. I
saying
know men that leave.
It sounds like women have better boundaries than men.
What? No.
It sounds like women have a better understanding.
You know what
of
they telling
themselves
y'all
and
today?
what they deserve.
You know what they
This whole
telling?
thing is self-preservation.
You know what they telling
when it
y'all
comes to us
today?
women.
They telling y'all, give a fuck about them. Don't care. This is what they want. When you don't care and you lie to them, they love you more.
Ooh, that's
when
true.
you're real with them and
Yeah.
you're really trying to hold them
Ooh.
down, they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
What they care about is the fantasy and how they feel. Okay, that's how come the lies work.
Man,
In fact, I think I forget what's her name. She was saying, "You lie to your boss, lie to me," because it has nothing to do with what reality is. I want to feel a certain way. I want you to make me feel a certain way. And if you can't, I will go find a dude. I don't care if he's washing dishes at McDonald's. Okay, if he makes me feel a certain way, I will be with him.
don't get me started. I got to go into
Yeah,
the
it was Nikki Giovanni. Yep, she sure did. She sure did. She said, "Lie to me."
Yeah, don't get me started. There's this one tech that I see every now and then. They rotate. She'll always ask me, "Did you buy my Tesla yet?" And I just and I'll be looking at like
out of wink, yeah, baby, it's in the parking lot. Okay, the keys are in it.
well, may as well because she's gonna keep asking me.
Yeah, it's in the parking. And she go out there, run in the parking, look for the Tesla. Said it's not there. Oh man, damn! I shouldn't have left the keys in it. Let me go hit a tracker because it got stolen.
May as well.
Yeah, it's hilarious. That's what I would have told her if she kept asking me. Yeah, baby, it's in the parking lot. The keys are already in it. Go take a test drive.
Why not? I've done everything else. She's still like she's still bad.
In other words, lie to me because she want to laugh. Okay, that's what I told her. You just want to laugh. Okay.
Yeah. Shoot, sometimes I need to laugh, man. It can get depressing sometimes, you know.
When you really understand women, and when you understand women, then you okay, here it is. Okay.
Oh, you was looking for something?
Yeah, I was looking for the Nikki Giovanni Lie to Me.
Yeah, a lot of women want to be lied to. It is what it is.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and pop it up real quick. Okay.
I think that the
When
only
you're done
thing
playing that, I'm gonna say
that's
something.
changed in the last, since Martin Luther King, since 54, I think the only thing that's really changed is the black woman. And what she
No, I
has
don't think
said
she's
is,
changed. I think she's become more visible.
I think she's changed. Because there was a time, let's say my mother, you know what I mean, my aunts and things like that, they would say, okay, if that's the way you establish your manhood, I'm going to go for it. And my generation says, hey, no good.
Okay.
No
You
good.
must
Okay.
establish
I'll
a
agree
new
with-
base.
I'll agree with that.
And we are, as a group,
I'll agree.
demanding that a new base be established.
Yeah, but be careful as a woman and what you demand of a man.
I demand that he be a man.
You have to, but you can't.
Because
No, you don't.
The provision
Yeah,
part.
but you can't say you demand it. You have to suggest it.
Well, that's your ego that says that. No, I demand it. Now you deal with that.
All right. Okay.
I demand-
I'll even
I
go with
demand
that.
that you be a man.
Well, that sounds
and I don't think
familiar.
that's asking too much.
What does that mean? I demand that you be a man.
It means
Would
I have unrealistic.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it means I have unrealistic expectations that will change in a whim, but you must ultimately pivot towards at a whim.
You know what she really means? The code word is,
What?
I demand that you be a white man.
Ooh.
Because that's the standard.
Tell us something.
Because if I wanted a provision, you know, I would get a camper. You know what I mean? I would get a camper that provides things. You know what I mean? You get an army surplus kit that provides things. I need a man. And black men have always been offered to provisions. People are either going to eat or starve to death. You know, the men of
Yeah, but a man.
the
Yeah.
people were starving that they were still the men. Had to be that way through that horrendous kind of war, but it had to be that way because sometimes you are not able to feed your family. Sometimes you are not able to clothe your family. Do you then also deprive them of your manhood and of the input that a man has? Who teaches my son how to pee?
Yeah, but
You see?
yeah, but you're talking. I agree with you. I see that very well. But it's one thing to be in a situation where you see that you have, where you see a future, however bloody.
Got your camera on,
And you're in a
AJ.
situation where you see no future at all.
But you are. It is incumbent.
If I
I'm
know,
gonna be logical, it is incumbent
if
that
I
we
know
see a future.
If I know what I'm demanding of you, in some sense, makes sense. If I know the fact the kid is not eating today or tonight or tomorrow, in some way makes sense. Yeah, then I can be there. But if it doesn't make any sense, and if I don't see anything coming out of it at all,
Will he eat if you're not there?
if you're on welfare, he won't eat if I am there. And that's the law. But I don't want to get bogged down into that. What I really mean is that yes, a man can do that if he sees a way, if he sees that it means something. My father couldn't see that, and he was quite right because he didn't. Well, there wasn't anything.
There's something because all I know that works in the world is a relationship.
Bullshit.
Yes, all right.
Okay,
It's called survival. Bullshit.
that's all that's going to work. It takes two people to have a relationship.
Yeah, but the
If you
relationship.
don't have a dream, fake it.
But the relationship, you can't fake a dream.
You got to fake it
See?
because we don't have dreams these
See, you got to fake it.
days.
Let's sure.
How the hell can you have a dream? For what?
Well, it isn't.
So everybody's jiving, but let's jive on that level.
If I love you, I can't lie to you.
Of course you can lie to me, and you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. What Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
Of course
All right,
you'll lie to me.
accept that.
Because I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat
You
you the way I
must.
treat him.
You must. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell. Because I love you, I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me. Is that too much of the black woman to ask of the black man?
See? Well, the thing is, back then they told the truth because nobody was really listening.
For 10 years, so that we can get a child on his feet that says, yeah, father smiled at mother. He talked to me about school today. Who cares that you can read or can't read? Most Americans can't read. Most people can't read. They look at the pictures.
Baby, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, and I don't disagree. But no, I'm going to be honest and think about it really. I'm not so sure that that is a human possibility. If I have to smile all day, the cat on the job, the foreman. You don't understand why I'm smiling. Not because I want to smile. I'm smiling because that baby needs new shoes. I can't give a performance all day on the job and come home and give a performance all night in the house.
Okay, so one of the performances will stop.
Yes. So you say, and okay, I might be willing to go with it, but who's going to pay the rent?
Back to that.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
rent will get paid.
By who?
Look, baby.
The rent will get paid by who?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to pay the rent? Okay. If you go out there and you go smile at the foreman and you bring the money home, then when you come home, I can lie to you. I can make you smile. I can make you happy and all that shit, right? Because you're paying for it. In other words, I got a job at work where I have to be something that I'm not, and I have to come home to a woman that's supposed to love me and be something that I'm not.
Yeah, I got a question.
Mm.
Because it kind of sounds like, especially in a lot of modern relationship dynamics, that the roles is almost completely reversed, and they don't like it.
They were They were sold a bill of goods. Okay, and I was, reading Polly Murray because her and Eleanor Roosevelt are the mothers of second wave feminism. Okay, the reason is how all this shit started, right? Because she's going through this shit about the church, right? About and she goes to I think she goes to an Episcopal Anglican church, something like that, right? And it's a mixed church. And her and her girls are pissed off is because how come the women can't do the same jobs, be in the same position that the men have? And when they first started protesting, the women said this tradition that's always been. We have roles for the women, we have roles for the men, and if you don't allow the men to have their roles, then the men will not do anything, and they'll probably leave, right? Okay. And then now you fast forward 60 years, right? 80% of the church is women. Because the women want to do the jobs that the men do. So there's nothing there for the men. So guess what they do? They leave. There's nothing here for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, unless and they really look down upon you if you do a woman's job.
Yep.
So there's nothing here for me. So and this is what's going on in society, right? Especially with the Gen Zs, right? Okay. Really, women really don't want to do the man's job. Really, what they want is representation. Okay, they want to pick and choose the man's job that they have. Right, say in IT. Okay, they don't want to be out there hacking and programming. Okay, and writing code all day for 12 hours a day and banging their heads.
They do not.
They want to do sales and they want to do HR and they want to do public relations and shit like that. Right, and then they say I work in IT. Okay, what do you do in IT? Are you down there with the coders? Are you going to meetups to code? Okay, how many women do you know that are actually down there at the bare metal coding?
Yeah, they
It's mostly communicative. It's never really labor intensive. It's usually like communicative or communication based situations. It's not very labor intensive.
Customer service, public relations, sales, something like that. They don't get down to the bare metal for the most part.
They would crack. I can tell you as a coder, they would crack.
And most chicks that get in and start coding, when they get in, they're looking to move up and stop coding. Okay?
No, it's usually when you need your password changed or something like that. That's when they come in.
Yeah. Which is close to HR. Yeah.
BGS, can you please replay the Anton? Because this is why I came up, BGS, because I seen it. It's crazy. I just looked at it because I seen it on my timeline with him going in on them chicks.
Uh-huh.
And then here I am. I was like, oh, BGS, let me see what he's talking about. And you playing it. And
Yeah.
I was like, BGS, please let me, because them chicks are so they're unhinged, they're unsufferable. But he was like the chick next to him. How she was trying to make a fucking point. Mm-hmm. And did y'all hear the women in the crowd?
Yeah,
just
hearing this for the last 40 years. This is very common. Sway does it,
and I kept thinking to myself, like, I was like, man, this is red pill on like steroids
this what he's doing would be what we call pro-black. Okay, It's very gynocentric. And he's actually trying to trigger them on purpose. He actually knows what kind of words to actually trigger them, so they will actually get their emotions out, and they say they have a good time. I told that nigga, that's what they really want to do.
Yeah, but it was just like I was sitting back thinking to myself, like, damn, the red pill, the black manosphere, like it's undefeated. I was like, I say, oh my God, he was talking about toys with child support and the family courts, and we've been talking about this forever, BGS.
Yeah. Because when I had my daughter for 4 years, I never paid, my ex never paid $1 in child support. Not $1.
And then because when my son, he's about to be 18, and it's just like, yeah, man. But
and most guys get their kid, and their thing is, bitch, don't give me no problems. Okay?
Yeah, but
don't give me no problems. Basically, then I'm not gonna fuck with you about the money if you don't give me no goddamn problem.
Right, but at the same time, they keep considering us that we ain't shit. Excuse my language.
Well,
but at the same time, when the father is involved, my son about to be graduating in 10% of his fucking class.
Yeah. Well, they're finally getting wise that if you sometimes you get a mother that really wants to raise a child properly. And she'll suck it up if she wants to get a good kid. That's not for black women. That's kind of rare.
Yeah, I don't see that, BGS. I don't see that, and that's why I want you to play this, because these broads, I wanted to say another word, was proving that these motherfuckers, they don't care.
They don't care. They don't care. They
don't care.
They care about their comfort and making that dude pay.
Yeah,
okay?
Facts.
Even if it's their fault, they want him to pay.
And telling you to do is to not give a fuck about him, because the dudes that slept with him and gave him the kids was the one that didn't give a fuck about him.
Yep.
Nope, the nice guy finished last 100 times out of 100.
But he still finishes.
100 times out of 100. At some point, y'all gonna have to understand that y'all are the ones that's causing the destruction of these families and this culture right now.
So it's not the men that's creating these families and walking.
Every day.
It's
the
not
men
all because you don't want to put
See?
a walking
let y'all choose for yourselves.
See, in other words, if you nut up in my pussy, it's still your fault. Okay.
And if you look at the other chicks though, BGS, you notice the one chick that's next to him, she looked lost because she seemed like she's, she really pushed that narrative.
With
the
this
one
one
next to the right of him, right there. Yeah.
Well, she's normally his co-host, so that's probably why. Yeah, but she does push it. So I don't know if she does it on purpose, where it's part of the show, or she really believes it. Sometimes I don't know.
And then you got
go ahead.
And then you got the guy all the way to the right there. That nigga a fucking simp, BJS.
Well, what simps will be what's always, boss.
Yeah, facts.
The majority of the Black America would not work if the majority of men weren't simps.
But that's you right. I ain't arguing with you with that.
It's because when men are not simps, because Aziz is tired of simping, so they say, "Fuck it, we out."
Mm-hmm.
And now it's a problem. In fact, I was just listening to Rolla Tomasi show today. Right, it's funny to listen to white guys talk black red pill shit. Shit that we talked about 6, 7, 8 years ago. They're just not getting to. They're just not getting to. We talked about Richard Reeves back 4 years ago. They're just not getting to Richard Reeves and Scott Galloway and what they're saying, because now they see the shit happening to them. Now, oh my God, okay, if you don't give men and boys incentives, they're gonna lie flat. They won't reproduce and they won't do nothing. We said that 5, 6 years ago.
Well, I think it's more
Oh,
economic. No, go
it
ahead,
was
AB.
funny.
My bad. My bad, bro.
No, it was funny when it's happened to the Negroes, but now it's happening to you. Oh my gosh, what
Oh
do
my
we
God!
do?
Yeah, what do we do? Yeah, we've been telling you that for years. But no, you just had to be alpha, and you had to be all this kind of stuff. And now you got to do this, then, a third, and now they're saying the same shit we did.
What does
Uh,
SWP say all the time? You got to alpha your way through it.
yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I think the mainstream media is not pushing that narrative no more. Now you got the podcasting like this, and now you really.
If you notice it, MS, especially after the selection, right?
Mhm.
Guess what? Social media is mainstream media now.
Oh yes.
Like
they
like
get
the Black
everything.
Manosphere, like y'all push.
They were talking about erecting a statue of Kevin Samuels on Roll Tomasi show.
Yeah, but at the same time, yes, they really trying to push towards the narrative with us. Like it's still a hate group though. That's the one thing.
Of course, they're gonna say it's a hate group. But the thing is, before that, they weren't even talking about you at all.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, but they try I ain't never seen so many attacks on Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Yeah, in other words, yeah, they weren't paying attention to you at all. But now, what are we gonna do with all these boys? Because if not, these Manosphere guys are gonna get them, and we're gonna lose them.
There's nothing they can do, really. But
They can do it. One thing that Craig Hewlett taught us, man, guys, it's got to be 20 years ago, right?
Mhm.
He said, "How do you stop a revolution? Okay, how do you stop a rebellion? It's called redress of grievances. Okay, why do you think the civil rights movement ended in the 70s?
redress the grievances.
Kerner Commission, affirmative action, jobs, equal opportunity, right? You got jobs, you got loans, you got access to capital, you got welfare was happening in the 60s, but all the stuff that you were denied, you got access to them. Did you get access to all of them? Did you actually obtain all the shit? No. The thing is, it's called redress of grievances. In other words, you have no grievance anymore. What was your grievance? Okay. Well, I ain't got no job. Go to school. But they won't let me in school. Yes, they will. It's called EEOC, equal opportunity.
But it's
Go up and apply.
But it's 2024 right now, BJS. Like,
and what? So what does that mean?
I mean, how can we move this shit forward?
Move what forward?
I mean, towards with the black fight as black people. Like
the only way you can move it forward is if these bitches change their mind. The environment will do that.
That
ain't
happening. That ain't happening.
The environment will do it for you. The thing is, will you want them when they do? Because they're coming back already. Will you want them?
Do you think towards with Trump? Because I'm a conservative. I mean, I don't know.
It was happening under Biden. What are you talking about?
But with Biden, this shit was horrible.
No, it doesn't matter whether it's horrible. The environment was horrible, right? Okay, them bitches got tired of sleeping in the goddamn cars. Okay, they started looking for men. Since 2020? How many big head texts and calls have you gotten?
Well, I BJS, I'm old, man.
It doesn't matter.
Can't leave me out of that.
Motherfucker, I'm 65. in the last year,
well, I'm about to be 50. So,
well, yeah, I'm 65. I got 4 big head texts in the last year. Okay, 4 of them, and I'm 65.
Hey, big head.
Yes,
I don't want no big heads, none of that shit. I'm cool.
No, you got some big head texts, man. You got Emmett Stelter said he's there at the bar. He have black and rubbing on his shoulders.
Well, I'm in Chicago, man. I'm trying.
That's even worse. Even worse.
I know that's my point, BJ.
Yeah, and that's when migrants taking their welfare and their food stamps. Yeah, you like red meat right now. You probably running from them.
Well, yeah. Well,
aren't you running from them, right?
Well, no, I'm not running from them. I'm just trying to get.
You just walk fast.
Nah, I'm
Hey,
alright.
you give him that not today, baby, huh?
Nah.
It's bullshit.
I can, hey, I can do your tone too. Bullshit.
Yeah, but no, you can't do.
Also,
No, you can't do my tone because you got that Mississippi accent. This is Texas, boss. Bullshit. Okay, don't give me that Mississippi bullshit.
I could try.
You could nah. They don't
I
work that
could
way, man.
try.
No. If you're from Alabama and you from Mississippi, you can't do a Texas bullshit. Okay,
Well,
don't work
I
that
mean,
way.
hey, BJS, my family was
You
from
you
there.
you don't elongate them L's like Texas people do. Okay, bullshit. Okay.
Man, that's why I rock with you. I don't think you know me, man. I've been rocking with you for like.
Hey, AJC and Red, I see you all the time, man.
Yeah, thank you, because I've been rocking with you for so long. But
I mean, say every day I say hi to AJC and Red, don't I?
Yeah,
Hey,
you do.
Okay.
The
You go ahead.
irony of these chicks complaining about Trump. Who was the number one growing homeless population under Joe Biden? Oops.
Black women. Yeah. Black women and the elderly, believe it or not.
Oh wow, the elderly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. If you're on a fixed income and inflation is 25-30%, what's gonna happen to you?
Yes,
You're gonna be out on your ass.
You're gonna be out on your ass. You know, moving in,
Out on your ass.
moving in with your kids. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying. Y'all need to kind of lighten up on the boomers, man. They struggling too now.
No, the boomers will catch. Okay, if they can't fix this, boomers will catch this worse.
Do
people.
y'all know that like the sales taxes that's going on in Chicago? It's almost over 10%.
Oh, really? You know how long we have sales 10% sales tax, sir?
No, I'm just saying, just in general. I don't want y'all sales tax, BGS. I don't want California shit.
Who's gonna pay? Who's gonna pay for your infrastructure?
Well, goddamn
your roads.
I would. Think
I don't. It ain't my goddamn problem. We've had 10% sales tax for the last 40 years, man. So boo hoo.
Nah, ain't no boo.
Boo hoo. Listen to me. Boo hoo.
No,
okay?
we need to lower this shit.
It ain't my problem, boss. Okay.
Well, I get
it. Not my job, man.
Well, it's my job.
Well, I'm
about to fight.
If you're a vet, move to Panama like the rest of them.
Facts. No, I ain't moving. No, I'm moving, BJS. No.
Fuck Trump. Yeah, fuck Biden. Okay. If Biden don't get you into a nuclear war, yeah. Okay.
No, I'm
not talking to you, man. I'm talking to Buddha. See the text up there? It says
Buddha
fuck
21.
Trump. Buddha 21.
Oh yeah. No, my bad. I didn't see that.
Who paid attention? I tell you, BGS, this man is not paying attention.
10% sales tax that we didn't vote for. Who enacted the 10% sales tax? How did it get passed?
Yeah, bastard. That old bastard Biden.
Who passed the 10% sales tax? Somebody came from on high with a magic wand and said it's 10%. Yeah, all those what we call them propositions on your voting tally that you see.
Mm-hmm.
And we need a certain 3% added sales tax for schools and all that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys vote for that shit. That's where it comes from. Okay, stop crying. You voted for your own sales tax. They can't pass it without you.
Sure can't. Look what happened to Brandon Johnson. He wanted to raise people's property taxes, and his own councilman like, oh hell no, you ain't getting me under the wheel.
You voted for your own sales tax. Okay, it might not be you personally, but the thing is, the majority of you people, because you wanted certain things, it's got to be paid for. You raise your own tax.
It's the price you have to pay.
But at the end of the day, let me be real with you guys. Like, to be honest with you,
make it make sense this time, though, man.
Okay, I could try, but I am for to make it make sense. That Brandon Johnson go get some certain type of a kickback from these people, man. I'm willing to put money, and then the aldermen go vote that shit in.
How many years has he been in office?
2 years.
Okay, vote his ass out. It's called recall.
We can't recall them.
Yes, you can.
We ain't got the votes yet.
Then
Excuse me,
then the
BGS.
majority of people are happy with him. Suck it up.
What we
BGS.
sucking? I didn't vote for this, man. Why I got to suck it up for?
It's called democracy, sir. Majority rules.
It is not democracy though.
It is.
What ain't BJS?
It is democracy.
It was identity.
No, that's bullshit, man. Look at it, okay?
Okay.
What I say? Recall his ass. What did you just tell me?
We could, but it's not in the laws to recall the mayor.
You can recall the mayor.
Not in Chicago, you can't. Not yet.
You can't recall the mayor.
No, not here. No.
You can't have a referendum vote in Chicago.
No, we can recall the governor, but we can't recall the mayor.
I don't believe that, man.
When was the last time
look it up. You can look it up. What?
I don't believe that, man.
No.
I don't believe that.
No, look it up.
Thank you,
BGS. We put that in to be able to get the votes to turn around and do that now. And I think we need to recall these aldermen because that's weird. We got 50 aldermen. Like, what the fuck? Excuse my language.
Don't worry, we all cuss like sailors up here.
No, I know BGS, he the Auburn River, But like I say, no, look it up. BGS, no, we can't recall them. We need the
recall effort, get involved in the mayoral recall referendum.
Yeah, we don't.
Chicago should have an ordinance to recall the mayor. Let's do it, okay? How come y'all don't vote for it?
No, that's what we doing now.
So that's what you're doing now. So do you have the votes for it?
No, it wasn't that. No, they shot down our votes with that.
How did they shoot down your votes?
That was during the city hall council meeting like months ago.
How could if every 2 years you have a vote?
No, not at all. No.
So there's not an election every 2 years.
No, it's not an election towards the recall
referendum.
Yeah.
So hold on, Naima.
Yeah.
So in other words, what you're telling me that you can so the next election, you can't put a proposition onto the ballot. Is that what you're telling me?
We tried. I ain't gonna say me.
I'm saying legally, you cannot put a referendum on the ballot in the next year or so. For 2020, whatever it is, 2026, whatever it is.
Well, no, they're not trying to wait for the midterms. They trying to get his ass out of here now as soon as possible.
So you can't do it. But the thing is, your vote doesn't matter until what? In an election, right?
Right, but that's not the BGS. That's not the midterms with us. So I'm just looking at it from the mayor aspect.
What I'm saying is, if a local election happens every 2 years, right, for certain things, right? Because you have to elect your state representatives and all that kind of crap. Okay, so you can't put a proposition onto the local ballot at the midterms.
No, but towards like if you want to recall the mayor, that would have to be something they have to put in with the city council and everybody to be able to do that.
How does the mayor get elected?
Well, it's through the peoples.
Well, in other words, we have to have an election, right?
Right.
So, in other words, if Chicago City Schools wants to raise a tax, okay, how do you vote for a tax for city schools?
Well, that's kind of different though.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. In other words, you have to have a proposition for people to vote on, right? A referendum for people to vote on, right?
No, but that's something separate because they got a whole teacher union here I'm
not talking about teachers union. I'm talking about you voters coming in and voting on something. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm not talking about city council and what they come together and they actually do. I'm talking about where voters walk into a polling station and actually cast their vote.
Okay, towards what, BJS? Like, if we talking about school,
no. Listen to it. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Okay.
Okay.
Any ordinance, any law, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a proposition or a referendum that you want to put on a ballot, okay, you have enough votes, then we have enough votes to actually put on the ballot. That's when you actually vote on it. So that's every 2 years.
Mm-hmm. But when you talking about towards when it's the teacher union and all that, that's
I'm not talking
separate.
about the teachers union. We talking about recalling the goddamn mayor, right?
No, but
no. Well, didn't we just talking about recalling the goddamn mayor?
But it's not on. It's not there. They shot that down though.
What I'm saying is they cannot shoot down.
They did, BGS.
They can't shoot down a voter proposition, sir.
No, they did. I mean, we can't recall him because they shot. I mean, they need to vote.
In other words, for you to recall the mayor right now, right, without a recall referendum as in law, right, you have to go through the city council, right?
No, I mean, no. You really have to go through the laws, but they.
What's the law to recall recall the governor? What's the law?
It's not the governor. Let's
no.
start.
No. What I'm saying. Oh, come on, listen to me. Stay with me.
Why are we talking about the governor right now, BJS? We were talking about the mayor.
And if you stay with me, I'll explain it.
But the governor could be recalled.
How can he be recalled?
Because it's already on the books that he could be recalled.
How did he get it on the books to recall him?
It's been on there.
Okay, so in other words, somebody had to put it on the books, right?
Okay, yes.
Who did it?
I mean, I'm not for the
voters. The voters did it, right? Okay.
Okay. Yes. So
all right. Because I'm looking at it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I actually pulled it up. Hold on. I actually pulled it up, and we're gonna go to something else after this. Cause I don't want to argue about shit that I don't even live there, right? Okay.
I'm not gonna be. I'm not. I rock with you.
Look, Chicago should have an ordinance to recall the mayor. Let's do it. Okay.
Okay.
Committee to Chicago Mayor Recall was founded in February 2024 to respond to demands on social media asking if mayoral recall was an option in Chicago. With no law in the books, we consulted former Governor Patrick Quinn, the preeminent scholar on referendums in Illinois. Governor Quinn finally wrote a petition for the committee, and we launched a campaign in April 2024 to hope to have 56,000 464 signatures needed to get the binding referendum onto the March 2026 primary ballot. What does it say? What did I just say?
What? No. What I was trying.
What did I just say?
What did you just say, BJS?
What did I just say? How many votes does it take to actually have a referendum put on the ballot?
It's like 64,000.
656,000, right? Okay.
Okay.
What does it have to do with the city council?
Okay, but. I mean, what is I disagree?
What is it? No. What does that have to do with it? What did I just say? If you put it, if you don't have it there, midterms, which is 2026, you can actually put it on the ballot to actually vote on it, right?
It's not, but at the same time, though, BGS, that's not a midterm like with us.
2026 is a midterm.
Not as a mayor, no.
2026 is the national midterms, okay? Don't you have to don't in Chicago? Don't you have to go vote for your congressman?
Right, but I'm just saying.
No. What I'm saying is your midterms, your national midterms is 2026. You have to vote on your congressman and sometimes your senators. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's your midterm. Okay.
Right.
What I just said. Okay. I don't care about all the other bullshit language. That's your fucking midterm, 2026. Okay.
But BGS, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the mayors.
Dude, it don't matter. Don't matter about the fucking mayor or the mayor election, right? You want a law put on the books to actually recall his ass, right?
Yes, yeah.
It has to be on a ballot, right?
Well, I mean,
it has to. A referendum right there says it has to be on a goddamn ballot.
No,
right there.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't see that shit happening.
It doesn't matter what is happening. What I'm saying is, you're telling me the shit can't happen.
But the people gotta.
People have to vote on it. Yes, if enough people actually want to recall his ass, and they'll actually fill out the petition, get it on a referendum, and vote on that shit. And then,
but who gonna vote on it, BGS?
The motherfuckers
in Illinois.
People in Chicago, do they want him gone?
Exactly. So what is the argument right now?
Do they want him gone?
Okay.
Do they want him gone?
Yes, we want. Okay.
If enough people want him gone, they will actually have a referendum on a recall and get his ass out of there.
What is our argument right now?
In other words, you're basically, if we're going to have an argument, know what the fuck you're talking about, okay?
I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
In other words, what did I just say? If you don't have it on the books, put it on a ballot and put it into law.
Okay, but to be able to put it on the law, right? You need so many signatures to be able to do it, right?
Yes, okay. Yes, you do.
Okay, then. So what is our argument right now?
In other words, if enough people will, how many people in Chicago that are voters? Vote in Chicago. Give me a gut feel.
2 million.
2 million, right? 56,000 is not that many.
Well, let's do Cook County. Let's say Cook County, respectfully. Be just.
I don't care. The mayor presides over how many people in Chicago.
No. I'm just saying respectfully.
No. Come on, stop trying to move the goalposts.
I'm not moving no fucking goalposts.
Yes, you are, man.
No, because Chicago, if you really look at Illinois,
listen to me.
Yes, sir.
How many people does the mayor of Chicago serve?
As in regards to what? What is we talking about right now?
Who does he preside over? How many voters?
I mean, 2 million. I just said that.
2 million. Cook County, it doesn't matter. 2 million people have to vote on it.
It does matter.
Oh, okay, man. All right, man. Okay.
How the fuck you?
No. Hey, AJ, stop. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Enough.
Yes, sir.
Enough.
All right,
okay.
All right,
I'm proving my point.
I mean,
It's enough.
come on.
It's enough.
No.
I just showed you. No. Stop.
You ain't show me shit.
I did show you. Okay, man. All right, man. Stop, AJ. Stop.
Why you
AJ, stop.
Yes, sir.
Enough. Okay.
You ain't gonna let me.
No. Dude. I showed you the goddamn.
I already know the goddamn shit though.
Well, then it's over, man.
It ain't shit over.
No, okay.
I mean, I can explain it.
He knows what it is. He just don't want to be wrong.
No, you
I understand what AJ's saying, but AJ's not explaining it. So now it's just this kind of back and forth emotion. I get what AJ's saying, but AJ, you're not explaining it right, and that's where
what?
In other words, they want the mayor. I said you want the. He said you don't like the mayor because of what he's doing, right? I said recall his ass. We can't. Why? Because there's no law in the books. Okay, fine. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that is true. So
okay.
The ballot, and that's what you were saying, the ballot part, because you have to do a ballot in order to get the law. So essentially, you're okay. So you're gonna have to do. So he acknowledged what you said, AJ. It is no law in the books, but you have to introduce a ballot initiative to get the law on the books, and then there will be a separate vote because that depends on what the rules. Because once you get the ballot initiative to get the law on the books, then they're going to determine what rules are in place in order to recall. Because you got to establish.
No. The rules are inside the initiative.
Okay, so fine. If you get that inside the initiative and people assume that, then you have to fulfill the actual rules that are set. So the thing is not. So the issue AJ has is AJ's looking at it like there is no. Okay, we put the ballot on initiative to recall him, and then if you win that vote, he's gone.
No, he's not gone. No, he's not gone.
Okay, that's where the friction is. So and BDS
and then you have to recall him. Then you have to power
so those are two separate votes because that's what they went through with Scott Walker. By the way, there was all that bullshit with you had to do these rules and get it done. So you'd have to get people to do it twice. First is, should you be able under any circumstance to recall a mayor? And that's not really a hard ask. And then you then get a vote to, do you want to recall this nigga right here? And that's the thing. And yeah, AJ, I do agree. Motherfucker's a bitch, but are they mad enough to actually do that? Probably not. And that's Chicago's fucking problem, by the way. Is that you don't have that kind of will. Because at this point, we talk about a black man.
But at the same time, that's a whole different argument.
It is a whole different argument.
That's a whole different argument.
Why is he? He's just been there a year. Why is he a bitch now?
But that's it, yeah. Because I just want to say this. That's not.
I don't follow it. Why is he a bitch now?
I just want to say this. That's not like somebody's not in the city. That's not his problem that y'all are too. And I say this as Chicago. That's not his problem. That y'all are too lazy to get it done. Because there is the get it done factor, and there is what needs to be done. So AJ, what you arguing is niggas are mad, but there's not really enough political will to get them out of there. Which that's y'all problem. Because that just means y'all not really that mad.
No, not
y'all are
mad.
fuming, but y'all not really mad. Because this is a black man now. So if this ain't daily. This ain't daily. This
No.
ain't even long.
Hold on. Let me clap back at you, Ed, and respectful to you. And that's when out of a sudden you starting to see these movements come about. You got the Chicago Red. You got my shit with the what I'm doing towards with veterans and shit. I mean, finally, motherfuckers starting to clap black about what's going on. And unfortunately, I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I don't think we gonna move the needle. And I get it, BGS. I get it, man. I get the argument, BGS. I get it.
Okay, what do you mean we ain't gonna move the needle? What do you mean?
Yeah, that's
I say us in Chicago. Man,
So
BGS. No, hold on, Ed.
Who is
Relax.
us? Who is
Hold
us?
BGS, do you know I've been with the Black Manosphere for like
No,
7 years?
Okay. You talk about when you say us, you had to say who us is, okay?
I'm us, man. I'm us. I've been pushing this narrative in Chicago.
AJ,
yes,
when
sir.
you say us, define who us is.
I'm
Manosphere?
just saying me. I want to say me because wasn't nobody behind me with that. But I've been pushing this shit prior to the Chicago Red shit. I've been red pilling motherfuckers in Chicago.
And to do what? To do what?
You mean to do what?
Come on, dude. What you mean? What I mean, man? Please.
We're
okay?
talking about a
don't
specific
make me go back to Watts. Okay.
We're talking about a specific objective.
What are you talking about?
Watts, but it ain't no beef with you though.
Nigga, give me details. Okay.
Why you calling me a nigga, man?
Because
I'm not a nigga.
Stop yelling at me. Okay.
Say us,
I'm not yelling.
Yes, you were yelling at me.
AJ,
if I did, BJS, my apologies.
Your apology. In other words, I'm asking you. I've been trying to move the needle to do what? What you mean?
Man, first off, to get black men on their feet in this damn city.
How?
If you can sit back and look at the programs with the
grants. What programs?
Okay. Can you let me talk?
No, not now. Okay, because I'm a little ticked.
Oh, you don't want me to talk?
No, I want you to give me details. Okay, what programs?
I'm finna give you details. We can sit back and we could do the government programs towards with black men. We could sit back and we could do the same shit like they did.
Like what? Give me one.
Can I fucking talk?
No, give me one.
Okay, I'm finna give you one. Like they do towards with the black women, with the black girls and shit. We could do that shit with the black men.
What they do? What do they do with the black girls?
I mean, they put the black girls shit ahead of the black men and all that bullshit.
Give me one program.
Man,
one. Give me one.
You had the what was that?
And a hospital of depth's in Chicago, so he knows what I'm talking about, man.
But I'm thinking.
Okay, AJ, you taking up a whole bunch of time.
But I'm not trying to. So
AJ,
why you?
Look, AJ, it's my show, number one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You have 20 people listening to you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to make it concise. So we have 5 other people on the panel. Okay. Make it concise, okay? I don't have 4 hours to talk to you. Make it concise. What programs? Give me one.
It's not even 4 hours though.
Okay. Guess what I'm gonna do, man? You got 2 minutes. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
I'm just it don't even got to be 2 minutes.
Oh no,
BJS.
You got 2 minutes. Wrap it up. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is that, like, when you look at towards with the city of Chicago, look at who mostly suffer. It's black men. It's veterans, black men, and black kids. And all I was trying to do, my mission is to try to get them situated. And you look at the numbers, that's what I'm doing. Now, I don't look at really too much what's going on with Chicago shit, whatever they trying to do. with the probably with the women led shit and with the black girl shit. You look at the fucking schools, these kids ain't even going to the schools. So I'm not on that, man. I'm not on that. I don't get this shit what you
You
on
got a
BJ.
minute.
I don't get what you on BJS, but my mission is to try to help veterans, black men, and black kids. So as a veteran myself, I'm just trying to make shit happen. All right, man. I appreciate it, BJS. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you an example, man. For veterans, right? Okay. You got a lot of homeless. You start with homeless vets. Okay. Now you're giving immigrants housing and a certain amount of money per month, right? Do the same thing for your vets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what. In fact, you actually your vice president and your the guy coming in is defense secretary. He's actually for that shit. First thing you should do is writing him a fucking letter about Chicago vets being homeless or out of work. Number one thing they need is what is housing, which is Section 8, okay, and what to actually use their GI Bill to actually get go to trade school, which is already there, okay. In other words, tools that you have to help them is already there, okay, and then some substance abuse, and some social psychiatric care, which is already there through number one the city, number two the state and the county, and also what the VA. But there's no money there. Okay? Your thing is to start writing, hit all those people because there's monies that are supposed to be there for these vets to actually do this shit. Okay?
Get it funded.
To get it funded, right?
On the books, but it's not.
In other words, it's problem solution. Saying I want to help vets doesn't mean very much. Okay? If you want to help black boys, they killed the all boys Chicago school system was actually working. Okay? But the women, they allowed the women to actually kill that shit. It was actually work, actually sending boys to college. Giving black boys that are underprivileged and male teachers and a male environment for them to actually succeed. They didn't like that shit because it was actually working. Okay, so what they do, they folded all this shit back into the Chicago schools because they didn't actually want it. That's what you should fight for. Those are very specific ideas and programs to do exactly what you're saying that you want to do. I ain't take 2 minutes.
Yeah, and what I'll add is, this is gonna sound horrible, but it's got to be said. Fuck them girls. Like, you need to stop saying kids and say boys, because the girls got all the money in the world. You know, money is always directed to them. They're fine. They don't need to be advocated for. Black women are doing a good job advocating for girls. They got a whole female industrial complex. So
I agree. I agree.
So when you say, and I get it, if you saying kids, so it gets you in the door. Because if you say boys, they may slam it on you. Then fine, that's you being insightful. But when you get in, when you talking to somebody with the money, you need to get specific.
Hold on, AJ. We let you talk. Go ahead, talk here.
No, I'm done. Like, if you saying kids to get in the door.
And now, the hospital death, y'all don't like the mayor. What the fuck has he done so badly that you need to recall him after a year?
But they voted him.
Hey, AJ, I didn't ask you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, number one, there's no will to get him out of there.
Exactly.
But they are talking about certain elected officials when his term is done running against them. They already lining people up.
Okay.
So they're gonna deal with him. See, here's the thing: you got a strong council, weak mayor form of government right now.
Mm-hmm.
All 50 aldermen voted against the tax increase.
Okay.
All of them.
Okay.
That's a strong council, weak mayor form, which I knew was going to be that way because he didn't get a mandate when he won anyway. He didn't win by that many votes. Mm-hmm. Number two, as far as a recall, that's not happening.
Well, it can't happen. What I'm saying is that you should have the option to recall him, and that's what the mandate was.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got a low voter turnout in this town, man. These people don't vote.
Okay.
So.
I know, but all you need is 56,000 signatures on the proposition.
And then as far as programs, the state's attorney's office of Cook County, Chicago Police Department, they all have programs. believe it or not.
Yeah.
And that is to keep the prison rolls from being overcrowded. So that is a state law. They have programs to keep you out of prison.
Okay.
And there are the previous administration, they had some programs that they had instituted. Problem is funding. So I don't know what they're doing right now, but
they found $51 million to house homeless migrants.
Yeah, that's the shit they be telling. That's what. So I appreciate you
well,
saying
that was from the COVID funds. They had money for the COVID. They had money left over from the COVID money, and they used that money to deal with the people, the migrants. So they used that money. They just shot through that money. But you know what this is? So you got to understand this is the criminal enterprise, and people's friends and a lot of cronyism going on. So that's where the money went. It went to their cronies. This people got to remember this city is a criminal enterprise along with the state and the county.
So it's not just 50 aldermen and the mayor and they're all in on it, right?
Absolutely.
And it's been that way for 150 years in Chicago, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So why is it one mayor, one guy?
It's a whole system.
It's a whole system. Okay. And now one or two things out of you guys, voters actually clean that shit up or move.
So
yeah, I mean, and that's what my mom did. Because here's the thing, man. Like the first thing you said, and I hear you when you saying that it's low voter turnout for a mayor, especially like a city as active historically as Chicago. Like the reality is, when black people were the second largest population, same thing was true. These Hispanics are active, and they're getting help, but they're active. And Puerto Ricans are active. So they don't think in that same way. It's kind of like one of these things where if the women are mad, it's like the men don't really care unless the women are mad. Because just like how they shut down what was going on when people saw that those boys' schools are working. And them seeing that, they let that stuff get shut down. And these women be the main ones talking about their quote unquote boys going out of control.
Yeah.
And so my point is that at the end of the day, and obviously this doesn't fall on you or just AJ, because y'all both saying the same thing in that way. At the end of the day, if folks have just given up, because that's essentially what that is as a massive group, because black people have stayed getting fucked with more than any other group in Chicago. So black people should for the most part be for being active, especially voting. So we talk about voter turnout. We're not even really talking about going out there marching and doing anything crazy. We're just talking about voting for your city mayor. And remember, Chicago's the third largest city.
And not to cut you off, Edward, but my argument, but like they've been doing this shit in Chicago for years.
Yeah. I understand what they do.
Been decades.
But a big part of why they do it is because of the low voter turnout. That's the issue. The low vote, like at the end of the day, if
it's a low voter turnout, the people that actually show up can vote these people in or out.
Yeah, but the way it works, here's the thing about, and I get it with the aldermen, that's definitely true. But when it comes to like the mayors and stuff, they can play certain groups against other groups, and then you're able to kind of finesse that way. So when it's a lower voter turnout, you're not maximizing your numbers when you're the third group. So that's the issue, and people
get off. But you know what? That's why I can't be. They'd kill me if I was in Chicago.
Yeah, no,
but that's the thing. That's why I'm not trying to argue with you, BGS.
If I was in Chicago, I'd find where the pressure points are, and I'd use social media, and they would run me out of town.
Yep.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
Oh, yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't. No, they would.
Oh, they would.
Because
yes, they would.
I mean, Chicago. You're seeing it right now in real time. They getting red pill.
You know what?
That's because of you.
No, wait. Hold on.
Come on, man. What the fuck is y'all doing?
AJ,
calm down.
Yo, don't.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, man. All right.
Do you know who Mandrake was?
Who?
Mandrake. Did you know who Mandrake was?
Nah, man.
Mandrake was a brother who would go all throughout the city and deface cigarette and tobacco ads because he was a heavy advocate of getting cigarettes and tobacco, tobacco and alcoholic ads out of the black community. He was doing that for years. He was putting a lot of pressure on certain people, and they found him in the Chicago River.
Yes.
Somebody killed him.
Yes.
They do that here.
Yeah, they do that. They do that in every city. Okay, if you have enough pressure.
The problem is it would take them a little bit longer, because BGS knows how to be anonymous, but they would eventually find when stuff is moving, they will eventually find it. The difference of what you're talking about is because that was like more of an overt act that's easier to point out, but like even on social media, they'll
find you. They'll find
like
you.
it'll just take a little longer because but they'll eventually find it, and so again, anybody moving, when you start making, look, man, I'm not saying fuck Trump, but look at what they did with Trump. If you can move people, that's a problem. Even like that, fuck that, Andrew Tate. If you can move people, if you can shift people, that's a problem. Andrew Tate ain't really had no legal problems, not really. Like to the point where he was getting locked up until that started happening. He low-key fell into that with, filling in that vacuum with Kevin, and that two things kind of met. So yeah, and you see what they did in Britain. They talk about they literally put stuff in school to teach anti-Andrew Tate shit.
We moved the thing is we just moved the whole fucking needle of the whole entire planet.
Planet. But why is we arguing?
I'm not arguing. You arguing, man.
I'm not.
Yes, you. All right, man.
The problem is you got two sides. One side is trying to have clarity. Another side is trying to tell a story.
It's not a clarity type of thing.
No, I'm saying like it says like, okay, what are objectives, bullet points, and then the other side, we're doing this kind of, let's emotionally resonate. And in our space, that doesn't run right. It's like this. Even like you see what Hostile Adept even said. He kind of said similar stuff, but he put that in a more clarifying way, and which that's why he didn't get the same kind of pushback. At the end of the day, and nobody really disagrees overall with what you're saying. You're basically saying it's not gonna happen because these motherfuckers they mad, but they don't really give a fuck that much. Yeah. That's the long and the short. And at the end of the day, that's on y'all. Like there is,
the thing is, we were the ones that actually tied the migrants to demographics and tied that to the TPS program that was actually paying these migrants to be here. Okay, nobody else was doing that shit. Okay. And all of a sudden, when we uncovered it, now everybody's all of a sudden start, oh, yeah, we've been doing it. And, yeah, we paying these people because we need them to be here because we need more taxpayers, okay? We move the needle.
Yeah, Gabe, stay your ass in the chat. At the end of the day, you got fucking literally on the Wall Street Journal. We got a couple of people that's been on the Wall Street Journal, by the way. Shout out to Christian. You might want to read that fucking article. Yeah, even though he's one of the ones that feeds me information. But they literally said how Barron Trump connected to the manosphere. New York Times, how they literally are using the word manosphere. Like what are you talking about?
I literally heard yesterday morning. I was going to do a rant on this. The same shit that came out of my live, come out of the German woman's mouth in under Duran. She's a political party in Germany. Same shit I was saying. She said the exact same shit. We moved the needle, boss.
Here's the thing: if you want to get monies for veterans and young men, young black men in this town, there's a way to do it. You connect yourself with the with the right people, and you'll get it.
Okay. If it was me, okay. You know what I would do, okay? How many? Give me a roundabout number of how many veterans are in Chicago. Roundabout number.
Because I figure you putting that to me.
It doesn't either. One, I was actually asking Hostile Adept, but you can answer it.
That's a great question.
Give me a gut estimate. I'm trying to get someplace where.
What you talking about? Homeless or
veterans? Period. In Chicago? I don't care what color they are. With veterans, period.
Shit, that's a great question. I would say probably like 30,000, 40,000.
40,000, okay. Say a third of them are black. Say half of them are black, right? 15,000, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What I would say, I would put up a YouTube channel, Twitter account, asking all homeless veterans that to get in contact with me, and actually sign up and put. Do you have a Twitter page? Okay. Every black vet should have a Twitter page. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is every week we're gonna highlight a Chicago veterans, what is it, issue, and have all 15,000 people tweet at the same time the same issue. Guess what's gonna happen?
But you said to us with homeless and.
I mean, what you are saying? Homeless is just part of it. What other issues are veterans having?
I mean, towards with getting the benefits. It's a lot. It's a lot of things going on.
Okay. Okay. You have 52 weeks. How many issues can you hit?
I mean, towards what you saying? Towards with Trump that we expect to get?
No. How many issues can you hit in one tweet if you're doing one tweet a week? A mass.
But you say we got 52 weeks. Like, I mean, what you saying?
Okay. Okay. Stay with me, AJ. Stay with me. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have 15,000 people tweet the same thing on the same day, what do you think is going to happen on Twitter?
Okay.
It's going to trend, right?
In regards to what though, BJ?
It's gonna trend on Twitter, okay?
Okay, but in regards to what?
Whatever the issue is that you're putting up.
Okay, but prior to that, you just said
no, ain't no prior to. Stick with me. Stick with me. Stop trying to move. Stop trying to move the field. You're not moving. Moving the whole field. Okay. Stick with me. Okay. No, what you're trying to do is get people to pay attention to your cause. Right. That's the first thing you need. Right. Awareness. Right.
What cause? I don't have a cause right now.
Okay, man. All right, AJ. Okay. All right. Never mind. Never mind. No. Go ahead. Hostile. Go ahead, man.
I was under the impression that you were seeking some assistance for a group of people. And I mean, one of the things that you can do, there are a lot of community-based organizations, and all you do is you go there and you speak to those people. I mean,
really?
you got the West Chesterfield organization,
Mm-hmm.
you got the Chatham organization,
Mm-hmm.
you got because Chicago is a city of neighborhoods.
Okay.
In each one of these neighborhoods, they have a steering committees, and they got community that you can go and speak to. And present your case.
But what do these organizations need?
What they need
is money, right?
Right.
Where does the money come from?
Usually it comes from local businesses.
Businesses or state and local taxes, or taxes or grants. Who has access to those? Who can actually say yes or no to those?
Who's gonna say yes or no to
to whatever issue you're trying to bring up?
Well, that all.
So in other words, your councilmen, your aldermen, as you call them, your mayor, maybe your county, whatever they call them. I don't know how you guys' structure is, right?
Hey,
maybe hold on, AJ. Also, your state legislature and your governor, right? And then outside of that, he's called your congressmen, your senators, and your president. Okay, and the president's cabinet. Okay, right? Okay, say if it's veterans, right? You have two highly sensitive people that attached to Trump right now that were vets and concerned about veterans affairs, right? It's Hegseth and also J.D. Vance, right? Okay. Well, what you need to do is put political and social pressure on them to actually give money down to these people, right? Right?
I
Right?
agree.
Right?
I agree.
Okay. How do you do that? How do you put pressure on them? Bueller? Bueller?
Who you asking? You
I'm asking y'all
asking?
because every time I come up with a solution, everybody want you to interrupt me. So I'm asking you, okay? In other words, how you have social media, right? Okay, social media when 10 things trend, okay, guess who picks it up? Your news organizations, your TV, radio, whatever, right? Okay, and we say talk about blacks, we're assuming that all veterans have the same problems, right? And if they see you in Chicago having these problems, they say, "Hey, wait a minute. Why don't we tweet the same things because it's trending?" Yeah, I'm a vet. I'm in Florida. I'm a vet. I'm in Texas. I'm having the same problem. Blah 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 blah. This is called social pressure. Now, guess what? Guess who's gonna hear it? Your state, your local, and your federal. It's called pressure. And then when it comes down to I need a grant for this, I need a grant for that, I'm gonna give these motherfuckers some money because guess what? I don't want to hear their mouths. It's called pressure. It's called social pressure. Just like when we start revealing how much money the FEMA was giving the migrants, right? That's social pressure.
Yep. The reason you're hearing about all the money that Kamala paid out, social pressure
It's social pressure.
from the
Yeah.
donors themselves.
Well, it
Ironically.
is from the donors themselves. What I'm saying is the migrant issue wasn't an issue before because AB was there when we actually spotted that shit, right? When we actually playing what's his name, David Swackert, right? Okay, talked about the how the budget shortfall and not having enough taxpayers. How you get enough taxpayers? You got to bring people in. Okay, well then how you bring people in? Well, then you have to bring workers in. They have to come from overseas, right? Huh? Are they already doing this? Turns out they are. Guess so. So you tie that to all the rumors about migrants getting food stamps and housing and stuff like that. Why are they doing this? Doesn't make sense, right? Are they just being generous to migrants? No. You tie those two things together, you get the third thing, which is TPS. Now it becomes a political issue. Now you start raising the skirts about all this stuff that they don't want you to know about. It's called social pressure. It's called in a dark room. You light a candle.
Oh,
Go ahead. Uh,
not so shocked. Not well. You
go
can
ahead.
highlight Lewis's comment there. Not so shocking news. The old man pardoned his son,
Oh, pardon.
Hunter.
Hunter.
Oh yeah, of course. Makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense, but I'm still gonna acknowledge that the man who created a crime built a lot of motherfuckers up when his own son. But that's white man
Yeah,
101.
yeah.
I mean, he's the reason the dude's doing all this crap. That's why But
Oh,
his son was too dumb to actually retrieve the laptop. Basically, you should have had it done in house. But the thing is, you didn't want it done in house because somebody in house would have seen it and copied it and then use it against you. So that's why he did it that way. Well, pay the goddamn money. Okay, this dude was wasting everybody's time talking about he's red pilling black folks in Chicago, but he doesn't have a cause. Is he okay? AJ's okay. I assume he's okay. But the thing is, I piss people off because I ask pertinent questions. Okay, what are you doing? What are you trying to do? What steps have you already taken that have either succeeded or failed? And what steps do we need to take from there? Like red pilling is just awareness. We red pilled Chicago a long time ago. Hospital of Death can tell you that.
Yeah, I think too. A lot of times, I mean, what people be looking for is they be just looking for an absolute like 180 flip of reality like instantly. Like a lot of the pushback that I'm hearing really comes back to BGS. They don't believe these motherfuckers are gonna do it. And truth be told, we would have been hung if we were depending on you niggas to act right. Now when I say you niggas, I mean all of y'all. We would have been hung this shit up. I'm
Yeah.
even talking about people like SWP. Like the reason why I do what I do is not trying to change the females. It's trying to change your perception of stuff. It's actually funny. A show that I kind of got into late is this show called Silo. And one of the things that a lot of people that talk around it, shout out to Quinn's idea, he's a brother, like 700,000 subs, like talk about science fiction stuff, is, you know, the perception of a thing. And if you are like these people are in this silo, they're basically in this underground bunker. They've been in here for generations now because you know it's basically like what's that fucking anyway. Long story short, their perception of the world is different because they look at things that we see as normal, like books, how the old world was, aka the world we live in, and they don't know what that is because again, you know, they didn't grow up with it. They don't know what water is as far as like a whole body of water. You know, so they're afraid to swim and stuff because they never seen that in the ocean. My point is that is your perception of a thing is very powerful if you've been in the same social environment, mental environment, different little things. And so what we're trying to do, reason why we say what we say in order to change that your perception of it. Now what's going on is because the environment has changed and people have been prepared, certain people with their perception slightly changed just a little bit, y'all recognize certain signs of things changing, so things are moving a little bit quicker or people are able to speak on it better than they otherwise would. Because then if the environment was changing, and which has been changing on its own for demographic reasons and other reasons, then people would just not really know why. Now that people know why, people can't really lie about what's actually going on. And so now they gotta, you know, the powers that be have to face the reality of what's going on. For example, when you look at these migrants, people were mad. But
chill out, Gabe.
People, yeah, Ed is. I mean, Gabe
chill out.
Gabe is being a bitch like he always.
Yeah, I don't want to time you out. Chill out.
You know, yeah. So anyway, just like when in Chicago, like it's like motherfuckers don't even recognize you all were the largest minority. Now you're the second, and then on top of that, you bring these immigrants in, which by the way, most of them are Hispanic. They may not be Puerto Rican because Puerto Rican's the largest Latin demographic of Hispanics, but they are Hispanic, was increasing that. But because people have context to it, people have more of a battery in their back because they can see that it can possibly be changed. So it creates a momentum, and that's what we do and why we do what we do here. Now now here's another thing, and I'm gonna say this and I'm done. To speak on the quote unquote manosphere doesn't have any impact. I've heard people say shit that I've said, let alone BGS has said. You never know the type of people that's listening, they know certain people. I have people that feed me stuff, you'd be surprised at what they do. And I'm talking about me personally. What did they say in that Wall Street Journal article? They said how Barron introduced his father to the manosphere. Is that us specifically? No. But what y'all don't understand is a lot of those folks that speak to those folks be biting off a lot of shit that we do. We know the white manosphere bites off a lot of shit that we do.
I heard a guy that was running for office going back and forth with another guy use sign language. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you'd be surprised at where these people get this stuff. And they made some of them, like even a lot of people with Kevin, they don't know Kevin got sign language from BGS. Kevin slightly changed what it means. But the reality is people don't know the origin of where. And honestly, I'm not mad at that because I don't want these people on my ass. Now, so this argument as to what we do doesn't matter. I say this to anybody. The same people that say that shit be the same people fucking ear hustling in the chat. You know who you are. Y'all the same motherfucker. Y'all talking about what we doing. We not talking about what the fuck you doing, but y'all talk about what the fuck we doing. The gravity is clearly one way. And it's like, and the manosphere is dead, but you got the Wall Street Journal talk about the manosphere. It's crazy, man. Even somebody like, even though Anton does his own thing, Anton pulls some stuff here as
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to be modest, but I get that. My point is, Anton is there. Anton, at the shit he talk. Remember, Kevin is his boy, and Kevin got a lot of shit from us. Kevin is his own person, but a lot of shit especially how he. Yeah, so I mean, people be bullshit.
And he's been on Fox how many times? 10 times.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Jason, like, you know, Jason Black is on my nerves too. But even Jason Black used to say that. Jason Black used to say they know who we are. Yes. They just don't say it. And by the way, how you think Jason Black interviewed Jill Stein?
Yes.
Oh, but ain't nobody got no impact. Jason Black is just cussing in the wind, and Jason Black may not claim red pill, but Jason Black is in this overall broader space. It's the same thing with Tariq Nasheed. Just because
Yep.
look, we may red pill means to be aware. So I don't red pill is not feminism. Red pill is not this ideology. This is why you have a lot of people with difference. This is why we argue. There is no like this. It's being aware. The thing that I'm gonna say this and
Yeah,
I'm done. The things we
yeah,
argue
we
about,
are proxy thought leaders, and guess it doesn't matter how shit gets done.
the things that we argue about is
Uh-huh.
what you do with the awareness. Whether it's SYSBM, whether it's Passport Bros, whether it's going back and trying to
Mm-hmm.
get these pro-black
Yeah,
motherfuckers to
yeah.
actually be vocal.
In fact, King Sigmund announced Passport Bros on Ed's show in 2018.
Yeah, and nobody knows that.
Yeah,
But and who talk about Passport Bros damn near more black people, white boys.
white boys. Yeah.
Well, just even though he was trolling, I think that's a good phrase to use. Shadow thought leaders.
I mean, your thing is, congrats. It doesn't matter, okay? You have a
I mean,
lot of called donors that are shadow thought leaders that pay money to get shit done. You have no clue who
well,
these people are.
uh,
Yeah.
I was just saying he was trolling, but I
Mm-hmm.
think that's
Man,
a good phrase to use.
Andre, Gabe is like a disgruntled
Andre, don't worry
Yeah,
about him.
baby mama.
I know. I know all
This
about
is
that.
what I
Okay.
mean. This
Yeah,
is what I
if you
mean when I
if
say
you want to go
Gabe
back
is
and forth with
manipulative.
Gabe, do it in
Yeah,
the
that's
chat.
for the chat.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying like that was a
I
good
I
phrase to
I, I
use.
want what
Yeah,
did I
we
just
don't care,
say?
man. We
No. What? Hey, Andre, what did I just say? What did I just say? No. Hold on. I'm talking to him. What did I just say, Andre? Want to go
You
back and
said
forth with him?
if I want
Go
to go
back and
back and
forth with
forth,
him
then
and
do it in the chat.
Gabe. Do it where?
I'm not going back and forth. I'm just saying
No,
that was a
no.
good phrase to
Well,
use.
don't bring it up here then.
Andre's the type of person you tell him somebody got raped,
I
the
know.
animal got rabies. He's like, "What?
I got four. I got five grandsons. I know how to deal with this kind of shit. Okay. And sometimes, and they always gonna have the yibby. I don't give a shit. Okay. The thing
Well, I
is,
mean, he hasn't been saying shit to me the whole time.
yeah, but you brought what he said from the chat up
yeah.
here. Okay, that's my job, not yours.
But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. So I mean, yeah, I get it. I get the frustrations when it comes to Chicago stuff. But and it's not just Chicago. A lot of these cities,
The
is
the thing is, okay, the vast majority
Yeah.
of people have to be happy with the status quo for the shit to stay the same. It has to be working for them. If it's not working for them, trust and believe there'll be riots if it's not working for them. Because trust and believe, when the migrants start taking them broads, Section 8 and food stamps, there was a big dust up. Okay, you heard about that crap. They wasn't standing for it. They got all over the mayor's ass when he started doing that shit. Okay. You hear about it when people get upset.
Mm-hmm.
They actually want to change shit. Then they get mad. They start talking
yeah.
about now you have a recall referendum because people are pissed off.
And
Okay.
trust me, AJ, I get your frustration on dealing with dudes because a lot of times with these black men and men in general, but black men in particular, we have this culture of enduring shit. Meaning, it's like we don't think we have a right to basically reform shit in the way we see it, even if we need to bring it in balance of fairness. It's this thing where if people will do right if we just hold on, and that's something black men got to get out of. It's a lot of like even right now, like one of the things that's been annoying me is this Megan Thee Stallion video they dropped where they got a black. I literally can't show the shit because I'm gonna get a strike because they got a black man blood spewing out his neck in a bathroom. It's a very graphic image, and I've shown some of y'all in the Discord, some of y'all I showed on my channel. But
That's disgusting. Okay.
it like go look at it. It's graphic as fuck, and it's
They,
two.
they,
It's
they, they've been blood sucking black men for a long time.
well,
So.
I mean, I get that. I get like what they try to say the metaphor is, but in a
Uh-huh.
bathroom, like the point is, if you were to show that is a very graphic scene,
Mhm.
and people are trying to cop please talking
Can
about
you
it's this
imagine if the roles were reversed? That's all. That's all I get. That's all
exactly,
you
and
got to
then
say.
on the instant. So my point is the
Mhm.
what I'm seeing in a lot of pushback, and there are even some chicks that's like this ain't it, but I'm seeing even from dudes the pushback is it's not that big of a deal. They
Okay.
want to say other, and I said my point is number one, we're not talking about music, we're talking about imagery. And when you know how black men are vulnerable, these are black boys and stuff. You're creating that imagery, and by women doing it, you make it okay. If women do that shit, you make it
And,
okay for white people to do it.
well, if black men agree to it and they don't think it's a big deal and they want to put up with this shit, God bless them.
Well, yeah, and that's what I mean, and that's how I bring that up for that frustration
Hmm.
that that black men, this is the same thing when I hear dudes think it's cute when women put their hands on you. Because just because it don't hurt, they can knock your ass out with a 2x4 and while you sleep, which by the way, young black men have told me has happened to them. And so it's like dudes don't understand. It's like you think you not a man because you endure. Well, part of being a man is enduring something. But if you just accept it, I mean,
then that means you're okay with it, and
yeah,
basically,
and so we have a culture of that. That's what I mean. So I get the frustration. So
it takes it. Man, this culture's been around for 20, 50 years. You're not gonna change it in 10. Okay.
yeah. So I mean, it's like dudes be, and so I mean, you see it. I mean, you see how it's just it doesn't register. And one of the things that I say is, good and goddamn well, if you saw anything even close to that on a female, you
Yeah.
niggas would
Oh
lose
yeah,
your mind.
the women. Yeah, all of a sudden they be
I mean, not
crashing out.
even the women too, but the men would.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
I know they be crashing out, and so that tells you where men are and what needs to change. Anybody else want to jump in?
Yeah, BGS.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was going to say, the black manosphere is why the clubs are dying, because brothers are not going out to the clubs. The women are complaining about it because they realize what the deal is. Because of the black manosphere telling them what's going on, guys are not going to the club to waste their money. And women are complaining about it. I'm talking about the regular clubs, the strip clubs. The numbers are there. The women see it. And the guys who go, there are still some guys who go, but it's less of the guys that go are the guys that already planning to do what they're going to do. But the normal guy is not going to the clubs anymore because he understands what the situation is.
Yeah, and you keep hearing it over and over again. Dating is dead.
Well, Runner, we got to give one thing. You missed something. You got to give credit. Where credit is due as well. We couldn't do it without black women crashing out in real life. The reality is part of it is we give part of it is we give people awareness as to what's going on. We give them the why, but as far as the what, boy, this stuff would not move as fast as it did if women wouldn't be constantly doing this stuff as overtly as
what the thing is it basically is a push pull. It's not one thing or the other. Okay.
Yeah. So
when we change the environment, when we change the environment a little bit, they change a little bit. So it goes back and forth.
Yeah, because I mean, it's funny because even for people that's like business owners, I mean, they would even talk about that turkey leg that closed down and stuff.
At Gay Bay, you start that shit, you're gonna get blocked. Okay. I'm gonna tell you. Next time I see a comment like that, you're gonna get fucking blocked. I've been patient with you, so stop.
Well,
Don't
I mean,
do that shit.
Oh, he been wilding out the whole chat.
Andre, if you say one more motherfucking thing, I will drop you like a bad habit. Okay? I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Thank you. Do that shit again. Block me through. Okay.
Yeah,
you got it, boss.
Save that man, as we say it on our channel. Save that man for me.
Mm-hmm.
Save.
All right. Your wish is my command. Bye.
Save that man. But yeah, it's and it is what it is. And trust me, that because a lot of people don't understand. But stuff ain't moving enough. I say, look, man, remember these Z's are like 27 now. These Z's are about to take over the whole 20s market. Like these Z's are not playing for the most part. You got folks be crashing out like Hammer, but as far as African American men, these Z's aren't playing with them. These Z's are not doing the same. Millennials are the talking generation. These Z's are more the doing generation when it comes to this stuff because they grew up.
It can't be saved. Okay, United States can't save itself. It can't save you either. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Okay, I'm trying to tell these chicks. I don't give a fuck what you on. Okay, the environment's gonna take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like some ominous.
I mean, it ain't.
It's true. It's like if you
it's in the headlines every day. Okay.
No, it's just funny because it's like if you hear that, especially from somebody that's like older, and you're like, "What the fuck does he mean?" No, that's some ominous shit. That'd be a good outro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have patience for this shit anymore, right? Because at this point, you got 5 fucking years to actually start getting this shit right. If you don't, basically, pray to your God of your understanding. They can't help you. Your country cannot help you anymore.
You said they
Yeah, and
tried
they
to
not
end
gonna
the
tell. And
29th.
that's the thing. They looking for some fucking announcement. It's like, yo, they not gonna tell you that they ain't gonna be no
Mm-hmm.
headline. This just well, I
It-
get what you're saying, but
It's it's
not no like literally word for word.
it's a bitch. You're $10 away from sleeping in your goddamn car. What do you mean you don't understand?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, with black women in particular, is understand you're not the only chick going through this. So trust me, when it comes to economic dudes that can tap into economics even a little bit, other races are gonna get a deal made because they're gonna do what they got to do with their own people. If they don't do that, they're gonna look. It's gonna be genetic currency and economic currency. And the thing is, they know if they do have, they just got to do better than you. And that is not a hard a hard pole to jump over. So they like, hey, I can do 3 times better than what she. Oh, I can cut you out maybe once a month and you
You
good with
try
it. Shit.
BGS. You try to tell them get right or get left.
I mean, but basically, get right or get left. Okay. Um, Intel, I think it was Intel. They just laid off 40,000 people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's Intel. That's tech. Okay. They're probably gonna lay off like next year, probably like 50,000 nurses.
Nobody's
Okay.
safe.
Nobody's safe. Okay. So you playing pussy games while the real shit's happening to you right in front of your face.
Yeah, and the reality is all that sex work bullshit, that stuff is already getting saturated. So the
Yeah.
more y'all try to tap into that, whether it's online,
Yeah.
offline, because one thing that people don't talk about is they don't talk about how a lot of these other, regional groups are learning how to penetrate the American market, like in Latin America and stuff
Yeah,
like that, from an internet standpoint.
the internet, all the internet shit has been already demonetized for the most part because like the third world is in on it, and
Yeah,
basically they can
so
do that shit for 10 cents on the dollar.
yep, and they're learning how to, because a lot of this stuff globally has been regionally divided. So it's not, but that's one thing with TikTok. They're able to know how to jump into certain things to get that exposure from an algorithm standpoint. And so the issue with them has always been getting a hold of the equipment, and they're starting to get better and better at that.
Yeah,
As far as dealing with dudes, they
what
can hustle them.
what I'm saying is they're following the Andrew Tate model, right?
Yeah.
Where they crowdsource, they get a whole bunch of chicks together, they set up the equipment, they share the equipment, and share the
Yep,
internet,
and the
and
ones that pop off are the
yeah,
ones that's able to kind of do a
yeah,
solo dolo or have an
yeah,
independent deal.
yeah,
Yep, because you've
yeah,
seen it. Yep,
yeah.
and that's the thing, man. And so these women, they be thinking like, again, y'all be on this, on this 304 talk, thinking y'all manipulating dudes. Again, the biggest push pull with
Mm-hmm.
our situation in the dating market is this: men, the more clear a dating market is, the more transactional it is, the less that really benefits the women. This is why women always love this ambiguity shit. This is why they love the blue pill shit, kind of the purple pill shit, because that promotes the ambiguity where you do all of this front loading bullshit and
Yeah.
then the women are just going to be right. And this is why I kind of made the kind of joke, but I was serious about women, because the more they do what they do overtly, the more dudes do. It's one thing if we say it, it's another thing if people see it.
Why do you think somebody like Anton is making and Kendrick you making so much money? It's because women need hope. Let me read you my super chat real quick. Funny story. At Thanksgiving, my wonderful sister-in-law said she had to tell a few single black women in her neighborhood, uh, leave my husband alone. Find your own. Hire a plumber, etc. Uh, he is not the neighborhood husband. I heard that.
Yeah,
Damn. Yeah.
kudos
Yeah.
for her. Kudos for her, especially catching that before something may have happened.
Because too many women are actually asking her.
And that's
to
what
send my
they're
husband over.
gonna start doing too. That's what they've been doing it. That homework and stuff is gonna be a really big thing, because these chicks already be hating on women that are already married anyway. So they will, in their eyes, oh, he a cheater. I'm a test. And when they get
Ed,
desperate, yo, what people
Ed,
be, yeah.
don't talk about Sherry Shepherd like that.
Dude, what people be feeding me behind the scenes. I don't even talk about some of this. What they be feeding me behind the scenes, like whether it's Detroit, like Anton's backyard,
Mm-hmm.
or Chicago. Yo, these
Mm-hmm.
bitches, like when they come to how they be at work, they don't care. They be doing some CIA op. They don't care, man. They don't care if these dudes are married, especially if they can get a job increase or money.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the way they just
They're
compartmentalize that
busted
shit.
wide open for him, huh?
They don't come. They lie. They don't compartmentalize anything. They lie. Okay,
Yeah,
they've been doing
so
it forever.
yeah.
The mothers and their grandmothers taught them how to do this shit. Okay,
Yeah.
they've been
So at the end
indoctrinated.
of the so at the end of the day, it ain't enough married men. It really ain't.
Ain't enough men. Period.
Well, yeah, but
So
they so and so it's funny, but they stay trying to front. So let them front. That's why I keep telling y'all, don't go back. Going back and forth with these chicks is really irrelevant because it don't. We know what it is. I mean, whether they
I'll just
want to
leave them to
believe it
themselves.
is up to them, but we know what it is.
And I said, Bojang says Andre Telby about the Nigerian women talking, having boyfriends on the side, and Kazo's channel today. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That strange dude, Kazo's?
the Kaizo, he does like the case closed with Dr. Thunder on
Okay.
Sundays.
Oh, him. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's African women cheating on their husbands been around for God
Well,
eons.
it was a Nigerian chick, but
Mm-hmm.
like the problem was there was other like African chicks like agreeing with her, but like
Mm-hmm.
the couple African chicks that were agreeing with her, they also lived in the U.S. So like I wasn't surprised that they had this kind of mindset.
Who outside of Jamaica, who has the highest paternity fraud on the planet?
Oh come on.
I'm gonna answer, but
Nigeria.
no. It is Jamaica.
Jamaica has
Yeah, sorry,
80%
y'all gotta
paternity
hold that.
fraud.
Y'all
Yeah.
gotta hold that shit. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
I hold that. I hold that L. I hold that
And
L.
second is Nigeria at 70%. So yes, they do cheat on their husbands.
Oh wow.
yeah. Yeah, who you did like just like how Colombia, has a crazy high baby mama rate.
In fact, Nigeria will not do. I mean, Nigeria, but Jamaica will not do DNA testing at birth because it's going to ruin families.
Yeah, I do have stories about that. My dad told me stories, but
Yeah.
yeah, like
In other words, man, the blood clot jacket is big
Yo,
in Jamaica. Okay.
Dut reacts. Obi even played a video low key
Mm-hmm.
admitting to that
And
because
put the
he's not
blood clot jacket on me,
Obi even
a
admitted to
roadside
that
gal.
Nigeria for Nigeria. So that's not like some crazy number. Go look it up. It's
No, no.
even black women that'll admit to
well,
that.
so
Yeah, I did a presentation on that maybe 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, because that's the highest.
Yeah, it's highest. Yeah.
70. I mean, you could.
well, it's also like the highest uh, deletion rate in the world as well over there.
It might be. I don't know. It's
It's the
yeah.
highest what?
The
It's
highest deletion rate. I'm not seeing the correlation, but somehow it goes
you
hand
talking
in
about baby deletion or talking about
hand. The highest
female deletion rate?
no, just general deletion
Oh,
rate in the world.
talking about domestic deletion rate.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the
Well,
day, I mean,
not
if
domestic.
y'all don't care about, if y'all look, I get okay.
Because the highest deletion rate is in Mexico, boss. By far.
Well, when I last looked, but
The highest
yeah.
deletion rate is in Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, if men look, I ain't even saying Jamaica, but definitely Nigeria. If you don't prioritize, wanting to know if your kids are yours, I don't know what to tell you. Go with God.
By law, because I just read this maybe 6 months ago. By law, they were trying to get it in Jamaica, and the Jamaican Parliament refused it, and it's because it will actually break up families
Yeah, I
and
mean,
destabilize families.
I believe here they that's going to be an argument because I think in France they won't let you do it either.
They won't do it here for the same reason. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
so
won't do it in France.
I'm telling you right now. Somebody asked me, "Are you willing?" Yes.
The state don't
So
give a shit about you raising somebody else's kid. Okay.
Yeah,
so
so they trying to make that argument in the United States, but I'm like, y'all gonna have to push past that, and whatever happens, happens, man. Like
so BGS like
Mm-hmm.
that clip that you played last week about that Kenyan chick that was saying that pretty much like
Oh yeah.
anybody from America that comes to like Kenya, like you're gonna get a finesse basically.
And what did they what did the hot sauce and basically Dr. Marifa say about her? She's Kikuya, and this the Kikuya women are matriarchal. Number one, and number two, they're not good wives to be with because, in fact, a Kenyan girl told me, Louis girl told me that Kikuya women kill their men.
Yeah, like I
Ooh.
was actually hearing a bit of like Kikuya woman, like in that what Bro King was talking about. I was actually hearing a bit about. Somebody has like a loud background thing going on.
my thing is what the red pill means is to go whatever you're going into, go in with both eyes open. and
Yeah.
whatever you want to do is what you want to do. When you choose, it's like jumping in a lake or jumping off a high dive. If you choose to jump off a high dive with your eyes closed,
Yeah.
and y'all walked up that ladder and you didn't even see what you jumping into, that's your dumbass fault. It's
Yeah,
2024.
because this world in 2025, this world's going to start to go very black in a big hurry. Red pill won't even be a thing going forward.
Yeah,
BGS
honestly,
was
honestly,
BGS is like a season one finale going into season two. Like and
No,
then
no.
here go the
This
credits.
would be this is Loki season 2. Okay.
well, Loki season 2.
honestly,
Yeah.
I don't even be in
Loki season 2 was
civilization
black pill like
half
a
the time,
motherfucker.
so
Was
it's
season
like
2?
I see it, but I don't
One
always
one
get
time,
it.
one time, one time, one time.
I would pay for a
Oh
Patreon
no,
for
I was
certain
Okay.
shows.
All right. Go ahead. Get in, man.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying, like, I'm rarely in like actual civilization, so like I see it and like I kind of like pinpoint certain personalities as far as like people who end up where I'm at because we're in such isolated environments. But it's the fact that I'm starting to feel it lets me know how normal it's becoming because like I'm usually in spaces where there's anywhere from like 3 to 5,000 of us.
You're really boring pretty bad.
Yeah. Um. So
So
like,
so you what kind of spaces are you in?
So we're seasonally. So I'm usually like either in a ski town, or sometimes I'm in a resort on the island, or sometimes
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? As far as like
Okay.
places that aren't necessarily places that don't have direct access to like municipalities, or like
Uh-huh.
I mean, we have first world amenities, but you get what I mean. Like we're very
Oh yeah,
isolated.
yeah.
Like, I'm
And,
3 hours
and
from Denver.
yeah, the tourists have first world amenities.
Right,
And
right. You know what I
out,
mean?
out 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 in the village or out in outside the tourist traps, they're on the ground.
Right. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but like I said, like the fact that it's starting to, like I'm seeing it in the populace,
Oh yeah.
not from the tourists, but in the
Oh
populace.
yeah, in the
And they're
populace. Yeah.
coming from, and
Yeah.
as far as like us, the workers, and they're coming from everywhere, like all
Yeah.
over. And two, like going back to the immigrants and the whole situation. So, I
Hmm.
think I might have mentioned this before. One of the things that's starting to take off because of the lack of workers in this industry is H-2B and J-1 visas. That's where they get student workers to come during the
Hmm.
summertime.
Hmm.
And then H-2B workers are pseudo visa workers. The visas being sponsored by the company, meaning if they
Yeah.
don't work, they
Yeah.
gotta go.
They had to go. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, a lot of H1B visas had to go back last year because there wasn't any work
the
for them. The
the
automation
lack
that
of
they take over. But they'll start a remote work from wherever they're at. Go ahead, Andre.
the lack of workers in what industry are you talking about? To the brother that was speaking.
Name it.
Oh, well, I'm specifically in culinary, but what the industry I'm in is
Uh,
destinations,
oh, in other words, the not hotel. What do they call it? The
resorts, like
resorts. There's a name they have it for it. It's hospitality.
Hospitality.
Hospitality industry.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
Food, drink, and lodging. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, because guess what? People don't have money to travel. Guess what happens? Dries up. Especially Europeans are going through hell right now with inflation. So they cannot travel. They can barely eat. They're not traveling. So
yeah.
the first world, with the United States, Europe is actually going through this big increase in inflation. Guess what goes first? Travel. Hospitality suffers. In fact, there was an article that says McDonald's are not selling enough French fries. They said why? Because the air fryers and frozen fries are taking over. People are actually doing their French fries at home.
Yeah,
So sales and French fries are down.
them air fryers are a lifesaver. That's a
They
that's the
are.
Yeah,
best that's the best
And
that's
invention.
you get better fries from air fryer than you
who,
do from
who, who was
McDonald's.
you
Yeah,
telling? Right?
even
Who was you telling? Like,
sometimes.
ain't no sexy shit. Ain't no
Shout out
sexy
to
shit
Ninja
around here.
Grill.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like, the last time I talked to you, I was 200 miles, I was 230 miles from Anchorage and 240 miles from Fairbanks.
Yeah.
Literally in the middle of nowhere.
No,
On
nowhere.
like, like on the Valley Mountain.
is, is, is that
That's one of the
the
best
brother
gifts
that
you can
was
get
walking
somebody.
like
Yeah,
he was
yeah. He was
walking in the
walking.
middle of
Yeah,
nowhere?
yeah. He was in he's been in
Yeah.
Alaska and Argentina.
This nigga been where no black man has gone.
Ever gone before? Almost.
Niggas
Almost.
in Alaska too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Argentina.
trying. I'm trying, son. I'm trying. Like, I'm in Colorado right now, but like I'm trying to get. I'm trying to hit all these little spots, man. Wait, listen, I'm perpetually a peppercorn on the salt mine. No lie.
Okay.
Or peppercorn in the salt mine, I should say. But it's money,
Hey,
so
Carly,
you know I go where the
that
money
nigga
is.
scout. He's a scout. Go where all you need to map out where all the
Yeah,
places where niggas are not to be found. It's more black people in Denver than people give credit for too. But I get it. No,
yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah. But
yeah,
I'm like 3 hours away from there,
yeah.
so it's like don't. It's like the hikey. The crazy part about it is the majority of black people out here in Jamaica.
Oh, they're out in Colorado.
Yeah, yeah, well, they all
That
workers.
is
They all
that
look
is
easy.
crazy. That is crazy. That's a whole
That
different
ass, like the majority of black people I met out here, like that I work with and that I see
man. Jamaica don't
about
got
and
no
such is
mandatory at
Jamaican.
birth. My bad, man. Jamaica ain't got no mandatory at birth paternity test since 2021.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Like you should have to
Oh
provide some proof.
yeah, I'm looking for it now because last time I saw, this is Nigeria. Okay,
He
they're
said
they're,
that in
fi- they're
all
fighting.
caps.
Yeah.
Yeah, he putting his foot down. All right, but he done made a statement, boy, man. And let's see
Yeah,
who's right
like
and who's wrong.
Yeah.
he's gonna have to provide some proof on that because
No, no,
there's
I
black
just looked it
people
up.
in
He's
Jamaica.
right. Okay.
Oh,
But I think is they were against it with the last time I looked.
so you win, man. I rolled the dice on that and lost. All right, Corsair. Appreciate the update. I mean,
But
she hit him. Oh no, fuck you,
it
nigga.
solved
You
nothing.
beat me, nigga. I'm about to block you. BGS, I need a wrench so I can block him because he made me wrong. He made me
No, no,
look
no,
bad.
no. I looked it up because
No, I know. I'm just saying that's how they think we are. Yo, you made me look bad. Let me block you on the low,
Well,
and then do a video on it tomorrow like it was my idea. That's what they think we do.
Well, he was wrong about
Yeah, it's
that,
crazy.
but it actually solved nothing.
Shit, I just
Yeah,
didn't go
like
look that up. Yeah, I'm gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna do a. I'm gonna do.
yeah, but
I am gonna
because
do a video of it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screenshot this right here. While you got this, I'm gonna put your name so people can see that you were the one that said it. Screenshot, all right, Cortel. Shout out Cortel. And so,
Corsair.
I don't
Listen,
know.
I'm gonna tell you like this and leave it at that. If you are dating a Jamaican woman and you are not currently with her, I wouldn't call us too much.
I mean,
She's busy.
Jamaican women. Look, man, I used to have affinity for Jamaican women, but the problem is I mean,
they something.
yeah,
Listen,
and I'm light skinned and I'm short, so
this is first hand. This is first hand
They
witness.
wouldn't they
This
wouldn't
is
be
first hand
they
witness.
wouldn't be my first choice. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
BBS, what did you just say?
Huh?
They wouldn't be what?
So who?
You said they
BTS
wouldn't
said
be
they
what?
wouldn't be in his first
They
draft.
wouldn't be my first choice. No.
Yeah, that is kind of.
I mean, Andre, we got quite a few Jamaicans that have been in our space. Shout out to Young Grizzly, man. We got
I
some
agree.
big black.
My uncle was Jamaican. I've been around Jamaicans since I was
I'm
since I
not
was
saying.
11 years
Nah,
old.
Andre, you're not even the first.
yeah,
You're
full
not.
disclosure, they cool, but they move in packs. They move
You're
in
not.
packs, and
You're not even.
you
He's
got.
not even. He ain't even the first Jamaican
My
young
aunt was married to a Jamaican for a long
Well,
time. So.
I'm not saying it's a one-to-one comparison, but
you're not even the first
I'm
Jamaican
just saying.
Canadian.
I'm saying the Jamaican women that I have met, they would not be my first choice.
I forget what's that light skinned chick's name. The Canadian, she's Jamaican.
Because
sound.
Jamaican women have a mouth. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, my baby mom's is Jamaican, so yeah.
And they're loud. Okay.
So if you Jamaican and your baby mama's Jamaican, you do realize you chose that, right?
He's
Oh no,
Jamaican
that wasn't the
himself.
shorty I was dealing with. That was
Well,
not the shorty I was dealing with at all.
it's part of the culture. You have
Slick mouth girl, just not loud.
They're very loud. Okay.
Jamaicans have a reputation among Caribbeans as being rough.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
I mean, they ain't no rougher than
crazy.
African American sisters, but yeah, they're loud.
Yeah, they're loud.
Yeah, so
I
it
mean,
would be my first choice.
No offense.
I mean, we just telling the fucking truth. I mean, it ain't look, man, it ain't like we be out here acting like.
I mean, I'm not saying that with how they should or shouldn't be. Okay.
It's an observation.
Yeah, I would go for. I would sooner go for a Trini or someone else.
Nah, don't do that.
Jamaicans,
Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't play
I
yourself
mean,
because they
nine
just
times
as
my
argue
family.
with an English accent.
Yeah, the island girls tend to be a little bit more. Yeah,
They just as argue with an English accent.
I mean, yes. What I'm saying is they wouldn't be my. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying they wouldn't be my first
yeah, I
choice.
mean, I always say this. There is no one size fits. I always say this. There's no like when people think, oh man, I just need to get a chick that's not African American. I'm be like, low. There is no one size fits all solution. Everybody,
Yeah,
you got to know. That's why you need to learn the language. It's why you need to lead. Stop going out of the tourist trap so you know what you're dealing with. A lot of
Yo, I
times
think I need to come out here.
I get people romanticize certain
Yep.
folks, and there's certain folks that you might know how to be able to deal with more than others. But anyway, how niggas are.
You got the
Well,
U.S.
nah.
culture kind of influences that too.
Yeah, I call it intercultural dating, and that's not a one because a lot of dudes, most black men they want their grandkids to look like them. Most like that's why
Exactly.
SBM has always had resistance. That's
Yeah.
why it doesn't dominate the space, even though it's tried. Because dudes want their kids to low key look like them or look adjacent to. This is why black men don't really have as big of an issue. Notice how pro blacks don't jump on dating Latinas like they do white women. You
Well,
know,
yeah, that's true.
I
That's
mean, I'm
true.
not saying it's cosigned, but they just charge that. They'll charge that up to the colorism thing. But when it's that white tea woman, they know that
hmm
irks black women in a particular way. That white tea. Oh man, boy! Shout out to Cooley, man. Cooley,
Well,
you
yeah,
got
like,
with a white chick, oh
and,
mother, nigga.
well, I'm sure there's probably a race of white women that are similar to like Ado's black women, but you're gonna
You
like
said a
actually
Nigga
have to
racist?
be
smoke.
well. I'm sure there's like a race of white women that are similar to Ado's black women, but you're gonna have
Um,
to like do some work to find out who they are.
yeah, but because you gotta remember, even white women in lower classes, there's still
Yeah, but it's
certain
for emulators.
things.
Well,
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not just
unless they were
I'm not
raised
talking
by
about just
black people, because you gotta remember, white people even. I'm not saying they're completely different. You'll find something that's similar, but even that bad baby chick, even when you look at like her relationship between her mom and her dad, like again, black women are in a unique environment. This is why they can't really duplicate how they act anywhere else. Like they can't act the same way with other men. They
well,
can't like not in the
well,
same degree.
I'm not just talking about like a low class of like white women. I'm like just like from
So
a,
what do you
a
mean
different
when you say
culture.
act the same as African American men? What traits do you talk about in particular?
So I'm talking about like well, I guess you could call it low class, but I'm not talking about like a trailer trash like white chick. It's just like a culture that
So you talk about attitude, you talk about talking back, you talk about I'm independent, I
yeah
don't need no
yeah
man.
yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you don't see that to that degree. No, because white culture doesn't really foster that.
Yeah.
Like they may talk
Well,
that shit, just like how feminists talk that shit, and at the end of
I
the
was
day, they
speaking
voted
in
for Trump.
general.
Well, I mean, I'm saying I get what you're saying, but I'm saying in general, I'm not saying white women don't have their own fuckery, but their fuckery is different. Like the things
Right.
because white
Right.
women can do, for instance, that Grace Jabari bitch that not
hmm
Tory Lanez, Jonathan Majors is with. That's
Johnson
different.
Majors, yeah.
That's different fuckery than black women. Like that's different fuckery than black women because white women don't have to. They don't have to jump out the window to get the
I was
whole
just about to
fucking
say it's
reality to
indirect.
shift on your ass. Like remember, she was chasing him. Like again, it's different. And her, she was an alcoholic and she was on them pills. So that's another thing. But they don't have to do all that. Their shit is more passive aggressive. White women shit is more they can passive aggressively get you fucked up.
Right.
And so typically, and the reason that's important, I'm not trying to make you wrong, Andre. I'm just kind of saying it for just to be talking. But the reason that's important is because black men look for basically mortars, or we look for
Yeah.
bombs to blow up. Versus
Yeah.
if
Yeah. I'm,
you
I'm
don't,
reading on this paternity testing at birth, and evidently it really hasn't been widely implemented yet in Jamaica. So I'm looking for the news. I haven't seen it.
so they dragging their feet on
They're
that
Yeah.
shit.
dragging their feet on it. Yeah.
Because
Well,
trust me, we would have heard some news out of
Yeah.
Jamaica.
You would heard a lot about it. Yeah.
well,
Even though they passed,
well,
I don't know
well,
how they're gonna implement it. Go ahead.
BGS, like Jamaicans actually like they've been on my ass about this, about like talking about the paternity rate thing
Mm-hmm.
because
Paternity
that was
fraud.
quote yeah like the paternity fraud thing because that was quoted in I think it was Dark Ghetto. It was one of those books where it was quoted as
Mm-hmm.
like the paternity
So why are
fraud in
they on your
Jamaica.
ass?
So they're on my ass because I'm Jamaican, and they're getting at me because they're like, "Why are you supporting false narratives and stuff?" And I'm like,
It's not a false narrative, though. I mean, this is what I would ask you. Do you ask them? So you're saying it's a false narrative? This is not true. That's how you
That's what
deal.
they're saying. They're saying to me it's not true.
They're saying to you they don't have. So why did they have to pass a law to begin with?
That's exactly my point.
So in other words, not sure. The thing is, it doesn't matter what they say. The thing is that there's a reason they passed the law.
Yeah,
In other words, their argument doesn't hold any water.
My thing is this: if you want me to, if you mad at me, this is what I was saying. I've said this to with FBA stuff. If you want me to be on code and lie, just say that. I mean, I'm not, but just respect me enough to say what you want me to do. Don't fucking just like how, for instance, Tariq Nasheed tries to act like everything that black women do here is like non-FBA shit. That's a lie. That's an obvious lie. I mean, non-FBA people do shit, and you should look to see if that's what it is. But it ain't 70% of shit that black women do and talk shit about. Oh, that's really non-FBA women that's worshiping white team. Man, that's bullshit. But that's what he says, and women like that because that lets them off the hook. But that doesn't ultimately solve our internal problem, though.
So Ed, like for example, like when talking about like the false paternity rate in the U.S., like Medium Man and other content creators have done this before. They were talking about like the whole 30% of.
Yeah, we think based on the numbers we have available that it's probably around 30%. It could be higher than that.
Yeah, it depends. It's the average is 30%, but the thing is for black males it's 41%.
Yeah, I can believe that. And that's you niggas' fault, by the way.
Well, what, man?
Well, him and like others have said that like it's 30% of the like about 10% that actually got tested.
Okay, the thing is, okay, let me ask you this, okay? If you're going to run a survey, we go by surveys all the time, right? We have a certain amount of people tested, okay? If you get 900,000 paternity tests done a year, okay? And they take a sample, a broad sample, take all those samples, and they give you they spit it out as representative of the whole, like any other survey. Now, if they don't believe it, fine, have them come up with better numbers.
I mean, if they really believe, here's the thing. Like even with, let me speak for us. You know how I know, like what BJ says is pretty much right. That 41% is possible. I know it's 30, like average 30, because if you hear, like for instance, Andrew Wilson or whatever show, it's a good sample size. It's about 4 million people view it. Women, no matter young or old, the fear in their eyes is real. How they react is real. They panic. Like 30 women are 35, women are 21. They ain't even got kids. And what that shit tells me, if they ain't did it, they know people have done it. They know people have done it, and they panic. Like women, when they get, like, remember, we had the Maury Povich show, he literally like 4 or 5 years run where it was nothing but that shit. They got the other show, the white dude, the blonde, and these don't be just fake shit. Like you got cheated. Like when they run this shit, and these women to the very end, black, white, whatever, they lie. Cause they get into some kind of Delulu mode where they just gonna lie. Even Kirk Franklin, his mom, like they would just lie. And so at the end of the day, the how they respond to this, if it really wasn't that high, they wouldn't have a problem with running these tests. They don't want them ran. You don't act like that if there's not something you're hiding. So I think it's a lot higher than even what they be saying. I think 41 is right. And like I said, it's y'all dudes' fault. Because when dudes say stuff like this, when they be like, some of these dudes be like, well, my baby mama won't let me get a paternity test. They'll act like they don't want to ask. It's like, why the fuck do you ask? Do it.
Well, you can do it. But the thing is, that's why it needs to be compulsory.
I even told the dude, I said, you know what? If you feel guilty about that shit, which do for real, but
then raise the kid.
I said do it anyway, and if it turns out that kid's yours, buy your girl something. Reward her.
You ain't got to tell her.
Yeah, but these niggas, they be feeling guilty, man. Like, man, like you cheating on her or some shit.
Then don't even come at it.
And real talk, and you know what, BGS, you're right about that. You know why? Because one of my best friends, he got with a white woman
Mm-hmm.
and he liked white women. His wife lost, not his wife, his mom lost his mind because he thought it was a high school thing, and she let it go. Went
Mm-hmm.
to camp, Pendleton. First thing he did, hit a white woman up, get her pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
lost her mind. I was in that house when I was like in the car when it happened.
Okay.
Closest thing I ever seen to a roof blowing up off a house. And this is a
Okay.
woman that's not known for being loud. Anyway, this is her only son. Long story short, he found out like 6, 7 years later, not his kid. So she got
Okay.
pregnant by another dude.
Okay.
His Christianity compelled him to raise a kid, and he raised a kid to this day. He
Okay.
asked me, I
Hold
said,
on,
look,
Andrew.
man, I'm not gonna tell you what I think because you know what I think. You smart enough to do what you want to do because you were smart enough to get the test done. And so he raised them, and that's him. I said, you definitely going to heaven.
Well, the thing is, if you love the kid, you want to see the kid do well, and regardless of whether it's yours or not, then fine. I don't have no
Yeah,
problem with
and
it.
I'm not gonna be on this. I
But
mean,
but
again, why eyes
that's
wide
why
open.
it has to be mandatory. So it takes all that stuff out of it. That's why it has
Yeah,
to be mandatory. Go ahead, Andre.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is, Ed, like you can't put that
And we're
on
gonna go
God.
about 30 more minutes, and we're out of here.
You can't put that on God because God doesn't support sinners.
Well, when I say that, I mean,
If
he's
he
definitely
found out
going to
he
heaven.
knows it and he wants to raise their kid because it's the right thing to do, he will get a place in heaven.
Yeah,
That's what he's
that's what
trying to say.
I'm saying. So, and that, and so because that takes a lot when you know. Now, and he definitely has. Now, what I'm asking you, Andre, what do you say when they tell you this? Do you stand your ground, or do you? Man, I got to get a blunt.
Yeah, because
What do they say when they tell me what
When they
exactly?
tell you that, why are you making Jamaicans look bad? Because it ain't like people just blasting Jamaicans like that. Haitians get blasted way more. But
No. I was saying like I'm getting this from Jamaicans that were born in Jamaica and like actually have smoke with me.
oh,
For,
so what do you do? Do you tell them shut the fuck up? What do you say?
it's okay for the Jamaican women to put a jacket on men.
no, it's not, and this is why like I am part of the I'm 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 part of the anti all this kind of
So
crap.
no, I'm saying asking them. Okay, okay,
Well,
it's
I
making.
wasn't asking them anything.
Can I finish?
Sorry.
Okay. What I'm asking you is, did you ask them? Is it okay for Jamaican women to put a jacket on Jamaican men?
I didn't ask
What?
them anything because like I spent the whole time trying to defend myself because I'm getting yelled at because they're like I'm
That's why I
lying
don't
and
like
I'm
Jamaican
making
women
stuff up.
because they're loud.
So is it
Yeah.
Jamaican women doing it, or is it Jamaican men
No,
doing it?
this is Jamaican men doing this, and
You said Jamaican
Okay.
men.
these are men that are in the manosphere, by the way. I'm
Men
not
that are
saying
in
they
a.
don't listen.
So they don't believe in
Then you
DNA
gonna have to
testing.
give us proof.
Hold on. So they don't believe in Jamaican paternity testing at birth.
I'm not sure what they believe in, but these are men in the manosphere, by
Why
the
were
way.
Yeah, I
they?
think
So
you're making this up.
why were they yelling at you? Because we don't understand what you're talking about.
It's just like when the topic of the false paternity rate in Jamaica comes up, and I
Uh huh.
agree with it, and
Okay.
I say that I am Jamaican and I agree with those stats, they
Okay.
get mad at me because they're like,
They're not in the
No,
manosphere. You gonna have to show me
it's
something.
because it makes Jamaican people look bad and say, okay, so what? Is it true or not?
exactly.
So tough luck. I hear get that all the time. It makes black people and black women look bad. I say, so what?
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, that's a bitch ass. That's a bitch ass response. Not the response you gave, but when they say that it makes black people look bad, you should tell them that's a bitch ass. Because as a man, the reality is we stand on solid footing, and so just because something is a problem, like if something is a problem, that problem needs to be solved. Not acknowledging the problem, that's something bitches do.
Yeah.
So if you're telling me, I get females, of course they're going to do it for their own reasons. But when men are doing that, even if it's your own ethnic group,
Yeah.
ethnic group, it's like, yo, it's what BGS said with that jacket, but it makes us look. Fuck you, you should look bad because
What
you're allowing this to happen.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
hold on. That Reefer with the $10 super chat. Dusty Jermaine Tax and Leroy. I want to know what does she mean by Leroy? Because that sounds like a slur when
It
she said
is. Oh,
Leroy.
you didn't pick that up, BGS?
I mean, I don't know what it means because I've never heard that used as a slur before. That's why I
Yeah,
wanted.
it's a dude by the name he's a comedian, an instant comedian, and he does that Leroy. It's like it's kind of like a slave term.
Okay.
It's like it's not like black. It's kind of like a slave name. Yeah, that is something that she probably picked up. But yeah, oh yeah, it is a slur.
Okay.
Leroy, Tyrone, Jermaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slur.
Oh, it's a
That's
slur.
why
I
I
was just wondering.
responded when she said it. It was. Oh yeah.
Okay. That's just wondering where the fuck she get this shit
I'm like, yo,
Leroy
you
from.
don't want to pull. Look. I was born in the '80s. You don't want me to pull out these light skin, dark skin name, even though I don't say it, but I know it. Like y'all don't like.
Yeah.
It's funny when they say that shit because it's kind of like it's. Yo, it's funny, but at the end of the day, I'm not even gonna do that to her, because it's kind of like a chihuahua just barking, thinking, and it's like a German Shepherd looking at it, and it's like, all right, man.
Leroy has been used since Birth of Butt Boogie in 1975. Okay, it's Leroy has been used. Leroy has been around. Leroy and Skillet. Leroy is actually a southern ghetto name.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
she meant. Like, yeah,
Okay.
that's what she meant. Leroy, like, that's why I was like, oh, you trying to be a little different. Listen here, Leroy.
I'm trying to call it simple poor country folk.
Okay.
Yeah, and
All
it's
right.
fun. It's funny, man, because it's like, it's just funny because it's like, yo, I don't know what dusty nigga is going to Kenya. Dusty niggas are going to other places.
You're trying to insult us with slurs that we don't understand. What, well, Leroy, that don't mean nothing to us.
I mean, get that internet.
At some point, at some point, they're gonna have to admit that their actions are making them look bad. Us calling out their actions are making them fucking look bad. You sitting up here walking half-ass naked down a damn street with blue, purple, orange, green hair, with your ass cheeks hanging out the bottom of your shorts, and tattoos across your throat and your fucking eyebrow makes you look bad. Me telling you that me pointing it out doesn't make you look bad. Everybody sees you and hears you.
Yeah,
Well, I think what it's gonna come down to on both sides is like just as a whole, motherfuckers is gonna have to start making choices. There's not gonna be there ain't gonna be no more preset selection of decisions. Ain't gonna be no monolithic thought. Everybody gonna have to start thinking for themselves and making choices. When I look around the campfire, what I see is a lot of people, a lot of they pushback, especially when it's nonsensical, it has to do with their fear of actually having to be in control and take responsibility for their own fucking choices.
Yeah, because the thing they love to do now is just blame it on the internet. That ain't in real life. That's just the internet. Y'all like as if people are just making up stories and fantasies. Even though, like I get their skits, but that's the new shit they like to do. And it's funny.
Yeah. And one thing that African women do not want to start is name calling because African American people have a ton of names for African women. Y'all don't want to start
African booty
that.
scratcher.
Oh, we don't even start that.
We're not even gonna do it. But
they ain't gonna start that.
I mean, shoot. Yeah, I mean, you see how they get mad. I mean, they get mad at Tariq. Tariq got them in trauma mode.
Oh yeah, tethers, all kind of stuff, man.
People got that's a new one. Yeah, people got. You don't want to play that game with African Americans, know, because we got motherfuckers that's literally millennial black Africans didn't go through that like extra Africans did, like when they first came through.
Yeah.
But they talking about like what they parents went through. That's how much that affected them.
Yeah.
So y'all don't but at the end of the day, that's just one random chick. And yeah, I agree. What's called saying that chick doesn't get the benefit from dudes coming over because she don't have that kind of look. So of course she gonna talk shit.
I am foo-foo. Yes, sir. Hold on, Andre.
Yeah. I'm from Jamaica, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Andre, can you be quiet for a second, man? Is it okay? Go ahead, ballpoint.
Okay. So I overheard the conversation, right?
Uh-huh.
And it piqued my interest. So majority of the people within Jamaica tend to deny that stat. Reason being is because it's partly about the embarrassment, but also about the lack of integrity of families, right?
Okay.
The they tend to do things in the shadows,
Mm-hmm.
while in the open they pretend like everything
Mm-hmm.
is okay. So it's a denial thing, from my perspective.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
and they're not the
I
only.
mean,
Y'all not the only ones to deal
I mean,
with it. I mean,
it's an
yeah.
embarrassment. But the thing is that uh, Americans didn't start it, man. It was Jamaicans that came out with with the with not from just not just one year, man. It's like 4 or 5 years in a row where this stuff kept coming out, and the rate
The
kept going
the
up. It started at 70 and kept going up.
What?
Hold,
the stat actually
Andre, calm down.
the stat actually came from people going overseas or migrating overseas.
Mm-hmm.
So they use that information regarding paternity fraud because you have to when you're migrating, you have to submit blood
DNA.
samples. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right. To prove that you're related to X person who
Mm-hmm.
is in the
Yeah.
States.
Yeah.
So once they found out that there is a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
within Jamaica who are not related to said person
Mm-hmm.
who they claim to be either their father or their mother,
Mm-hmm.
that's where the stats come from,
Oh,
mainly.
I mean, there's about 4 or 5 the main studies that I have found were that DNA testing labs, paternity labs in Jamaica, was
In
saying
Kingston.
with Kingston, I don't know what city it was. I think it was like 4 or 5 labs within Jamaica, and this is rates were actually coming out. It was like 70 to 80% paternity fraud. So,
Mm-hmm.
so that's what I read. In fact, there's a couple of Jamaican women that actually had YouTube videos on that. Talk about the paternity fraud in Jamaica.
Which
Go ahead, let Andre get in.
oh, no problem,
Real
Andre.
quick, Andre,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. We've been talking for a while, but go ahead.
I think like the paternity rate was quoted, and it was like Dark Ghetto or one of those books. It was it was Dark Ghetto, one of those books. Like it was one of the two, like the main books that you talk about.
Uh huh.
What that was talking about.
Now we're talking about the
I'm
paternity
talking about
fraud. Now hold on, Andre.
the
We're talking about the reports coming out of Jamaica from paternity testing. That's where the
yeah.
numbers come from.
That's
Now,
exactly what
now I
I'm
don't know
talking
why
about.
Dark Ghetto is talking about something completely different.
That was actually quoted. I think like Dr. T was reading it, and like he actually said that like the stats in that book came from Jamaica. Yeah,
The
he
stats in Dark Ghetto came. No, it didn't. It came from New York.
it was one of those two books.
I read. Did you read the book, Andre?
I didn't personally read it, but like I was
And,
just like
and
one of
there
those.
were no stats coming out of Jamaica in 1964 when he was writing that book, man.
Yeah, I
Okay,
appreciate Ballpoint coming up, giving that
yeah.
perspective because that's a definitely.
Yeah.
I might clip
So,
that,
and
but
and the stats out of what wedlock was coming out of not even out of the whole country, out of New York.
and I want to be real clear about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it comes to this paternity fraud thing, this is not something this meant for. This is more of an observational thing. This is not meant. First of all, Jamaica is what like 3 million people in the island,
3.2,
huh?
I
3.2
think
or something like that.
Okay, versus Nigeria has what like
no,
180,
yeah, no, like 200 million.
200 million, and then
Uh-huh.
their percentage is what, BGS?
70.
70.
Yeah, so that's insane when you think about it,
Yeah.
So,
In fact, I was just looking at it. There, Nigeria sees what happened in Jamaica. They're trying to shut the paternity testing down.
Oh yeah, and
that's
Hey,
not
so
even
here's
like
a
calculated. That's not. Hold on, I
Hold
just
on.
want to say this. That's not even on the. That's like not even on the same Richter scale as far as widespread given populations. Also, France is on this on the low. So this is not meant to. I get how
Yeah,
someone would feel embarrassed. It's not meant. It's not meant
oh,
that way.
I forgot.
Globally, the average is about 30% paternity fraud. I think in the UK they got it down. It was close to 50 in the UK.
Damn.
They got it down. Well, go ahead.
Hey,
Yeah,
so I had a
right.
question for the Jamaican cat.
Uh
Do
huh.
you think that men over there in Jamaica pretty much know that much paternity fraud is going on? Just
Hell
the
yeah.
average Joe.
Yes, they do. They do. They tend to run jokes like
The
they'll
jacket.
accept the jacket and all of that stuff. But they do.
Mine,
Yes,
we got the jacket put on me, man, by a roadside gal.
Walk with a clot. Has there been a significant decline in marriage since they got that understanding?
It's
of
only been a
course.
couple, well, been like 2 or 3 years. So
Look, what I can tell you is this, right? When you try to talk to the guys about it and say, oh, you can do a test or go and get a test even before they pass the law, just go and
mm-hmm.
get a test. They deny it. Even my best friend, right? When I
Mm-hmm.
was in high school with him, he got
Mm-hmm.
a child before me, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I said, yo, just do a test on the baby just to see if it's yours. And
Mm-hmm.
he looked at me with like bloodshot eyes. Like yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
was too scared to go get the test.
And
Yep.
you know
Yep.
what happened? It happened to
Yep.
my son and it happened to my nephew, right? And they were too scared to go get the test until the money came. They're gonna put them on child support. Oh, now we go have to go take a test.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
You're right.
Ballpoint,
Yep.
you gotta come up more if
He said bloodshot eyes.
Bloodshot eyes.
Yeah,
I
man.
love the accent though.
Yeah, man. I get it, man. This is with empathy. This
he's
shit
really
is bullshit,
really
man.
Kenyatta. Like he
Cause
ain't
you know these
bullshit. He
women
really
been
Kenyatta.
knowing
We
this
can
shit.
barely hear you, Andre. You talking underneath
Yeah, so
people.
I don't be
Well,
playing.
hold on, Andre. Stop talking underneath people. Wait your
Yeah, I
turn.
don't. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, this ain't nobody doing this for no clowning shit. Like this is some bullshit, and so people are in this deny mode. So we're basically establishing, look, this happens here, this happens
Yeah.
here, and the reason why Jamaica having a
Yeah.
small population kind of works because it's a good concentrated size. Then with Nigeria, you can show how widespread it is because people be out here really. These women be lying, man.
They lie.
Man,
They
they be
lie.
lying.
They've been lying for 100,000 years, man. It's not new. Go ahead, Andre.
No
And real quick, man.
placeholder. No placeholder who just came up. Like he's the main one that got smoked for me.
Why does he have smoke for you?
It's about like the paternity rate in Jamaica.
I mean, he can look it up, man. You don't have to. Why do you think they passed the law? You can look it up, but it's not. It's not
He's
information.
Jamaican as well, so he got smoked for me.
When
Smoke
you
for you? Why?
He doesn't.
Well, he can
No
unmute. He can unmute and say it himself.
placeholder. Explain why you got smoked for me. Because you don't like the paternity rate, right?
I don't know. Unmute yourself, man. Can't hear you. He don't want to talk. Okay, continue. Oh no! Oh no! 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 You need you need a better connection. That's horrible.
What's that alien? What's that alien from Star
Yeah,
Trek?
Star Trek. Yeah,
The brain.
yeah.
That's a
Hey,
McDonald's
your
drive-through.
leader, nigga.
Good lord, no, we can't
Like that
have.
sound
That's
like
bad.
yeah, I know you a brain, but that sound like some racism in that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
sounds
I
more
know.
like Mars.
Is that gonna be a medium or a large?
Hey, like with Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah 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 wah. Yeah, wah 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 wah.
I mean,
No, it's worse,
you
man.
getting better. You got to work on that universal translator, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That is getting better. You tuning it up a little bit better.
And you need some more
Like
bars, man. That's horrible.
ballpoint. While we're waiting on no placeholder, like where are your people from in Jamaica?
Who are you talking? Who you talking to now, man?
Oh, I was talking to ballpoint.
He's asking me where my family members are from.
What part you from, man?
Yeah.
Oh, Mobe, St. James.
St. James. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah,
My,
Mobe.
my family's from Jungle and Jungle and Tivoli and
Yeah, St. Andrew.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes, guys.
Shit, 41% is fucked up, man. Like you
Oh yeah. This is the next thing about it. You see, when you bring it up to the women, it's the loudest they become. It's ridiculous.
You translate for us, Andre. We didn't quite get it.
Well, he was saying like he I mean, like y'all understood that, but he was saying that like
No, I asked you nigga. I asked you to translate. What did he say? I didn't get
he
all of
said
it.
when you bring it up to the women, like it's allowed to say their clothes.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay,
go
okay,
attach.
okay.
Yeah,
There they
he
are.
said they go to 10. He said if he want to blow up the conversation, that's why y'all 70.
What did I say about Jamaican women? They loud, okay?
They might go get something if they
Yeah.
really mad.
They loud in their regular voice. Don't get them when they're
You know how
upset.
women start looking with they eyes, are they looking to get something like, oh shit. Yeah, 'cause, I mean, I don't even like, and again, like I said, the panic, even white when the panic in their eye, you want some fear, bring that shit up, and then they, you know what you're talking about. I've seen Andrew bring that on with it. Like they'll start trying to
Right.
lie.
And
It's
man,
funny.
I mean, do you remember that video of the family court judge, right? That guy, white family court judge, got his kids, 3 kids tested. None of them were his. Man,
Oh,
he's damn near crying. He was damn near
and
crying
he
in his
was
car.
like 80 something years old. It's
Yeah,
over. And
it's
I felt,
over.
look, I'm sorry, I felt bad for that white dude. Like, unless like he don't look like he did any racist laws. I'm like, there's plenty of people I would have wished that on as far as racist judges. And then the thing about it, like, again, women know that if you flip, like if that gets flipped in, like, I'm gonna tell you something. You want to know what like a red pill nuclear weapon on some Magneto level is?
Mm-hmm.
You will break these dudes. All these niggas lying, blue pill niggas,
Yeah.
all blue pill white dudes, they won't be able to rectify it. And people are like, would you, it's kind of like an end of a game where you could choose to like blow everything up, you know, like change the perception. Are you ready to do this? Yep. Press that button, because you know what?
Yep. That's why we wanted. I think that's why Jamaica did it. They wanted to take it out of the man's hand because men are, when it comes to that kind of shit, men are simps. Okay.
They're
Because you got to deal
scared.
with you got to deal with mama, you got to deal with her mama, you got to deal with your mama, your aunties. But I love the baby.
I
The
mean, and the thing,
matriarchy is really here.
it's
Yep.
a future move. I mean, honestly, it is going to be painful, but in the line, look, and me
No.
personally,
Yeah.
I've had to deal. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
you know, my mom raised me. I had a stepfather, so I know
If
my mom is my mom. But
if the chick knows she gonna get tested at birth, guess what she not gonna do? She's not
Cheat
gonna
on
blame it.
you.
She's not gonna blame it on the wrong dude. Okay.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
cause they be knowingly doing that, and so but my personal experience with this is when you know my mom passed, and you know as an executor, you got to put together this paperwork as far as like her mom, her dad, stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then all my brothers got different dads, and so this stuff you start to come across, and my mom didn't lie about none of that stuff, but my point is, even though I haven't personally gone through it from that perspective,
Mm-hmm.
you see how this stuff muddies stuff up. And they don't care. And it's dudes that, you know, because of pressure, because of whatever, they keep these women's secrets. And then they wonder why mofos are blowing up at them. And at the end of the day, this is something that's gonna need to be reconciled, no matter how painful it is. And people say, well, what if the man gets violent? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you need to go to a safe space and you need to let him know. You need to get his spit or find a way to get something, do whatever, cup whatever, be sure, and then you need to let him know from a safe space, because it's gonna find out one way or the other. Because as newer people, cause understand, as newer people start to do this, then it's gonna build up the momentum, and other people are gonna start checking as well.
I tell you what, BGS, you know how else you keep them from either you keep them from claiming false paternity or at least trying to come after his some sort of child support. Start making these bitches pay it back when they get caught.
That is a hard fight, is because the state wants them to have kids. You disincentivize women from having children. That's a hard fight.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. It's kind of one of those things where I hate to say it, but I mean it's something that you might put on there in order just to go high to the middle. But real talk, it's gonna be like, look, man, you should have got that shit dealt with the first time. Man, I got played, man.
Yeah, you got played. That's why you going forward. You actually wanted them to be tested so that everybody knows from the very beginning.
Well,
or at minimum, when you find out he stops paying, because as of right now, if he signs that birth certificate, even if he signs that birth certificate, even when they test him and find out it's not his, he still has the fucking pay.
It's because the state doesn't care. The state wants the kid taken care of. The state don't give a shit about it being your blood or not your blood.
And
It
then
doesn't
now
care.
that's something you might be able to do, which is fight for that. But that's you gonna do
It's
that
it's a
on the
it's a it's
states'
a
time.
well, yeah,
So
you have to fight. Yeah, it's a block by block battle for this
Yeah,
kind of
that's
shit.
not gonna be just a straight cutoff. You're gonna have to do whatever order that they're trying to do. But ultimately, where it starts is it starts getting with these states. Here's my thing, especially now. Like if you're paying child, like if you're about to be put. Like, let me say it this way: if you get put on child support, then yeah, that a paternity needs to be done. I think the thing is, but that still goes back into you sign the paperwork. But
Hmm.
dudes need to just stop signing that and stop giving a fuck about these women being mad, man. 'Cause that's another thing. Like a lot of
Exactly.
dudes,
Yeah,
y'all
we got about
care.
eight. We got about 8 minutes.
Yeah, and I just
It
don't.
was nice.
Yeah,
It was nice talking to you guys. So
yeah, it was.
later.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks,
Hey,
man.
hey, I look at it like this:
likewise, man.
if she's mad, the only people going to get mad about getting tested is the ones that that's been fucking around.
Yeah,
Otherwise, there's nothing to be mad about.
yeah, I mean, their argument is that you accusing them of cheating. It ain't about trust. But I mean, like, I could get mad if you want to see my phone. Like, y'all do that shit, and y'all never like. If I get mad if you do that, then all of a sudden I'm being sensitive. So dudes gotta, because all of that is rhetoric in order to control you. And dude,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
truth is, niggas don't be wanting to believe that shit. That's really what it is, and that's again why you got to put it in the state's hands.
It's more than that cause like my son went through it and my nephew went through it, right? And basically, there's a lot of family pressure to accept that kid.
Yeah,
A lot of family pressure.
yeah,
So
and
that's how
yeah,
come they don't want to get it done.
yeah, and that's some evil shit. That really, I mean, I'm sorry, I'll tell that to anybody. Say that's evil because what you doing, like because eventually the shit is gonna come out, and when it comes out, now men gotta just yeah. Like I want to see these niggas that try to come out against it. These dudes that try to come out
What
against
is?
paternity testing. 'Cause you know they
Uh.
gonna come out. That these gynocentric folks.
I have not. That's the one thing that I have not heard from any guy against paternity testing at birth. I haven't heard that.
And niggas ain't even trying to sell that shit.
No,
Well,
I
Like
have
y'all
not, I have, yeah, I have not heard one guy was against paternity testing at birth.
it'll eventually come. And once it starts getting more real, it's kind of like abortion. Once it gets
Yeah.
real,
Uh-huh.
some niggas is gonna try to jump out the window. I'm gonna be
I
waiting.
mean, there's always going to be some crash dummies, but it's okay.
So,
Yeah.
like, I have
FD
heard
signifier.
I don't think he's that dumb. But go ahead.
I have
you
heard
can
that
still jump out the window looking for the first floor.
Say what?
I, I have heard that there's states where there's mandatory paternity testing. Like, I'm not sure if it's like
Yeah,
It's
Tennessee.
Tennessee. It's not mandatory, but I think it's optional. He can ask for it. That's what I'm hearing. But I got to go back and read it again.
yeah, like the point that I was making. Like, I have heard that there was like a couple states that were potentially
Yeah.
mandatory paternity.
I
Like,
think Texas
they
was
were
one.
pushing for it or
Yeah.
whatever.
I think Texas might be one. I think it was Tennessee. I think there was another one. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been one of the southern states. Can't remember which one it
But
was.
the only reason why I brought that up is like because the people that like on the like the anti manosphere side, they're like f all of you who think you need mandatory paternity testing. You should just be a
Mm.
man and get the test done.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Good
at
luck.
the end,
Good luck with that.
yeah, at the end of the day, they don't have an argument. They just have I mean, we just had some random dude come and shout out to him. Come up here, us in the non-impact people. Some dude with a solid, accent. You confirmed it, Andre. So we're able to use you to
Uh,
confirm. Is that an authentic accent?
That
He
that's an
confirmed.
he's an outside in Jamaican.
Exactly.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the dude that was anti, he sounding like a goddamn brain bullshit, like universal
I don't know if
translator.
it was the anti or not because we couldn't hear him.
Yeah, and shout out to that brother. I might clip that shit because it was because the way he even said
So,
it.
that's fucked up. Big Mo says, BGS, that might be the first time that you're wrong. FD might actually be that dumb. That's fucked up.
So I mean, so the thing is, people can say what they want, but at the end of the day, dudes like that, all they're doing is they're pushing back against a wave. I said this in a TikTok live. I said the thing is, you niggas, all y'all doing is y'all being on these women's side, trying to keep this fire from coming through. You all cannot actually engage with us in a real way, which is why y'all are cuddled up around these chicks. Talking about how bad folks are. Y'all are not over here making arguments, trying to dismantle our arguments. Because I even said it to him. I said, I'm gonna tell you how to kill the red pill. Would you like to know how to kill the red pill? Yeah. They said yeah. But are you gonna try? I said no, I'm not gonna troll. You need to kill the red pill by addressing the grievances. Here's the problem. You niggas don't even acknowledge the grievances. Y'all act like niggas are just mad because they can't get no pussy. So if y'all are not doing that, then people are just gonna go where the information is. Y'all saw this with the Trump thing. Kamala had all the bullshit she said. You can say that, Donald Trump can be full of shit, but at the end of the day, Donald Trump is willing to at least engage you and give you some good bullshit to be full of. At least JD Vance is gonna run some good game on you and let it feel like you were heard. Kamala act like, she feeds you word salad like you forgot the fucking question you asked her because of how she responded. You like, damn, did I say some crazy shit to get this crazy response? And so, and you got what you got. And it's the same thing with these laws. They never thought abortion was gonna get challenged. They just don't be believing this shit. So y'all stay here and y'all keep on, saying how, the red pill is bad. It's all on the internet. And meanwhile, this stuff is gonna keep moving.
Yeah. Anubis says, "Well, I asked for a blood test at my son's birth. My mother said it wouldn't matter. It won't matter." I said,
Yeah,
"Shit."
shout out to Anubis. Anubis is Anubis is a prison guard. So
is he? Okay,
oh
I didn't know
yeah,
what he was.
he's in my
Okay.
what these bitches be doing with these niggas and what these niggas be doing.
Yeah, I didn't know what he did.
And people listen to us. I think they listen to us and they want the entertainment. Some of them just want to be fucking mad. Some of us listen to as background music, right? And they're not understanding this about red pill. This is how I look at it. It's about knowing what the truth is. We know what the truth is now, and we don't like it. And you can't convince us to close our eyes, put our hands over our ears, and then put our head in the sand after we discover something that we don't like. So either A, like Ed said, you're either going to address the grievances, or B, we're gonna figure out a way to handle it ourselves, and you're not gonna like it. That's why when you come up with the passport bros, you didn't like it. Now before you was talking about niggas ain't shit and you can do bad by yourself. Oh, you better go get you a white woman for that. I know y'all remember that one.
Yeah.
Now they went and got some white women for that, and y'all don't like it.
They don't like it. Yeah, or some dirty foot chicks overseas. Yep.
But y'all not gonna affect shit anyway. Before I go,
hey BGS, when these bitches got dirty feet, they suck.
Yep. I know. Yeah.
Before I go,
and now you have dirty feet bitches talking shit now.
Hey yo, before I go, man, if y'all ain't got Hulu, y'all ain't got Hulu. Hey, that 99 cents for a year.
Okay. Hey, that's not bad. Okay.
And also that Max, because I might check out that Penguin because everybody been talking about it. It's $2.99.
I saw one episode. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so $2.99 for 3 months, and
Penguin is amazing.
And a Penguin, and then I think Cross on Amazon.
Yeah, Cross
and then the other one is Dune.
That's on Sundays. Yeah, that's Matriarchy, the TV show. But that white boy be fucking them up though.
Yeah. All right. Closing thoughts, folks. Let's get out of here.
Well, before Ed had before Ed heads out, that was a perfect example of how the manosphere is actually like reaching out to the world, because that dude that was talking, like, he was like, yeah, he's authentic Jamaican. I don't know where you Jamaican. It's based off his accent.
They sound pretty authentic. Patois is not easy to speak. Okay.
Yeah. I could speak Patois, but like he was actually born in Jamaica.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah.
But we don't impact nobody. We ain't shit. We just incel.
I all the haters.
BGS
That's why
is the YouTube scholar.
Yeah. Well, I'm the shadow. What is it? Shadow influencer.
The proxy. I mean, and the thing is, they really act like folks don't be taking people's shit. Like most of them white dudes, because again, from their perspective, they're losing power. We're just we more in a rebellion. them motherfuckers is like McDonald's. They losing. I mean, they've already lost a lot more than what McDonald's have lost, but they're losing market share.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah. I was literally listening to a white German woman saying what I've been saying for years. Like the West hegemon, United States and Western Europe, is gone. It's not coming back. I literally heard that this morning. Same shit I've been saying. They do listen. Okay. And words have power.
Yeah, so
But
y'all
go ahead.
better get in where the fuck y'all fit in.
Yeah. Now, closing thoughts, folks. I'm gonna get out of here. Closing thoughts. Going once, going twice. If I hit the music, it's over. Nope. All right, folks. I will see
No,
you
no,
guys.
no, my phone died. My phone died. Hold on a second. My bad. I was just
You
gonna.
got
Oh, I
a
didn't even know
minute.
I was on. Well,
You got a minute.
all I was gonna say was what I was talking. I was talking with my friend, and I said the same thing I said earlier today. Like reality doesn't change, we do, and I think being that collectively our reality is changing. Reality all around us is changing, and a lot of
Okay.
people don't necessarily want to see it for what it is. They want to see what they want still, but it's always been what it's always been. Reality doesn't change, we do.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it is what it is, right?
Yep.
Yep. Anybody else? Closing thoughts?
Did you get my email, BGS, by any chance?
Which one? About the video you did?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. I saw maybe 3-4 minutes of it.
Okay. All right. That's on this.
Okay. Anybody else?
Oh, did the person came up that you challenged to come in front of your throne to confront the master today?
Today? No. No.
Man, you know, BGS. A lot of them not gonna come up if you have this. I mean, not saying you present to people with the disagreement, but when it's time for them to come talk to you, they just sit there no show. And say, "Oh no, we don't want to. We don't want you to silence. We don't want you to sit there."
What they really don't know is that the people that keep me off their asses are you guys, because you guys don't like to see me going in on these people. So that's why I don't do it that much. Because trust and believe, I hope open up a holy jihad on these motherfuckers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me get petty. Okay. Don't let me start reading. Okay. I will open up a holy jihad on these motherfuckers. They will regret even knowing me. But you guys keep me off their ass. So they should thank you guys instead of calling you guys drones and shit like that. Because I would dig deep into Mike V and all the motherfuckers. I would dig deep into their asses. Okay. You guys keep me off their asses. Okay.
I mean, it's quite the opposite. I would say everybody over here is living. Everybody doing their own thing. They got their own indigenous thought. They got their own feelings. They got their own perspective. They've lived. They've actually lived. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But I am an excellent analyst. Okay. And you don't want somebody like me on digging into the books and being on your ass, because you will have to work at the very least. And most of these motherfuckers don't want to work. I know that.
Oh no, they ain't trying to think at you, Bubba. That's too complicated.
Well, BGS, they make it seem like it's work. All they do is read 2-3 articles, and that's work to them.
Because the feminists that used to come over here, they don't come over here no more because they don't want that kind of work no more. I said, oh no, this motherfucker knows what he's talking about. We don't actually want to get embarrassed. We're gonna stay in our lane. FD hasn't been back since.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I will say this. One of them talked about one of the books that I'm not sure if you brought up or anybody else in this sector about the dollars of the trade.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't recall, and I could probably find videos of the woman that wrote the book.
It was a white woman called, I forget her name, but she
SPN. Yeah. How, and I don't know if she did a video on this. The author.
She did do a video on it. She did a talk on Daughters of the Trade. You can look her up, put her name in YouTube, and her talk on the book will come up. Actually ran, was it Brooklyn Blue? Ran off of YouTube with that book.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was talking all that shit about what black men did and black men sold black women out and blah blah blah. I said, okay, let's go on the Daughters of the Trade. She played the video for her. She bounced. Next week she was gone.
Yeah, well, one particular consequence saying that they don't want to agree with it, but when I hear them talk, I say, y'all don't even really read a first few chapters of the book, and then you're up there downplaying that we're using weapon.
If they have any doubts, 2 books they can read. Well, 3 if they want to read 3. But thing is, there's 2 books they can read. Daughters of the Trade is one. The American Slave Coast,
which I have,
the
red book,
which Thomas Jefferson cut off the external slave trade, started breeding slaves internally. And the 3rd one is Black Women, Black Love, where Diane Stewart talks about what happened post post Jim Crow, and how it was actually a matriarchy, and they still wanted to be a matriarchy. So that's bullshit. So read those three things. If you read those three things, it will change your mind how about this whole thing. Okay, most of this shit is bullshit.
Wait, let me write that down. Diane
is it Diane Williams? I think it's Diane Williams. It's called Black Women, Black Love.
All right.
I do believe it was either Diane Williams or Diane Stewart. I can't remember. Black Women, Black Love.
And Black.
She talks about the Africana kinship network where women will actually go from man to man to man and carry their kids, which you see in every society, including the nation. Including the Nation of Islam, because they do. It's not a patriarchy, because the woman can actually divorce her husband, take her kids to the next man. Okay, that's a matriarchy. That's not a patriarchy. And black women have been doing that shit forever. So no matter what institution they land in, when black women take over, they do the same shit.
Yes, a black woman wrote this. Okay, I see a picture. They show a
picture. She's actually a professor in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all. Anything else before I bounce?
All right, hit that music, Elder. And let us go out until Monday's show. Hopefully, or probably Tuesday when you come back on. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Yeah, well, it's beginning of the month, so you have to kind of prime the pump. So what?
I'm in Central America now, so I should be a little bit more active.
Where you at?
I'm in Steamboat Spring, Colorado.
Oh, you in Colorado? Oh, you be in Central America? Oh, Central United States.
Yeah. Oh, well, not like Central America.
It's Central America means you're in Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua. Okay, that's what
I'm trying to get to Panama after this, but I gotta get my money back right.
Panama's sweet, but the revolution is happening in Nairobi. That's the word for black men.
I might have to check that out there.
Oh, Nairobi's popping, man, right now.
Send me. You got my email, right?
Yeah. In fact, Dr. Neal was just talking about that. That's where what's his name? What's his name? Passport Bro. What's his name? That's where he is.
Well, listen, man. You know I'm incognito. I get up in there. I check it all out, see what it's about, and if it's popping, I'll report back.
Yeah, Nairobi. A little bit more expensive, probably where you're going, but yeah, Nairobi's popping right now. But you hit the outskirts.
I'm gonna definitely look into it and check it out, because that's kind of where I'm at with it. I might have a few weeks in April, and then I'll probably work through the summer. But then, like, if I can get right between the winter and the fall, I'm definitely gonna make some moves next fall.
Well, how's your Spanish?
Oh, it's actually gotten way up. I didn't realize how good it was spending them 4 months in Argentina. Like, because I had to learn Castellano Spanish, so it's like it's the King's Spanish. Yeah. So I learned like the proper way to enunciate a lot of things. So it's like I can kind of speak all dialects now.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. So you might be heading to the south of Spain.
Trying to do a few things, but I'm definitely looking at Nairobi and see what's up with that. And if anybody got any other suggestions, let me know. I'm out here kind of.
Somebody asked me where the new Negro Renaissance is happening. I said it's Nairobi for black men right now.
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah. Anyhow, y'all, let me hit it and we out of here.
Yeah.
All right, OG. Thanks for having me. Peace to the chat.
Nice to have you. Go ahead.
Check it out, guys. Put it in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? It won't be no community tab, but check it out.
All right. Okay. All right, y'all.
Музыка Денис Шида.